I see that. I see that dislike.
Who already is disliking it?
How do I ban this guy?
Yeah, let's ban this. This is that person
Immediately.
just that person's
Unacceptable.
yeah. That's just not nice.
No, it's good. It's good. We need to, this is a meritocracy. We need to earn the like.
Yeah, it's
Maybe
true.
at some point in the next hour and a half, as we watch the VP stream here, streaming live from CBSN. So pull that up in another tab, guys. Okay, see, read this right down here.
Yeah.
Read that. Follow the instructions.
Oh, you even got instructions for them. That's so
Put
cool.
instructions up on the channel because, new people come in, they see that we're watching the debate, but they don't know what's going on because they can't hear it. And then they're like, whoa, I can't hear it. There's no audio.
Well, yeah,
we can't do the audio.
We can't do the audio for you guys, but if you do, you can listen to on another screen and follow along with us.
What up, Brandon? Been good, man. We've been killing it over here.
Yeah.
Bringing it back with the live streams with, it's been our third one in like 5 days, I think.
Yeah.
So
We did one yesterday just to like do a catch up, and then we were chatting with people on the channel, and they were telling us, because I asked the question of like, I want to watch the vice presidential debate, but I don't know when it is. And then they were like, it's tomorrow, you guys. And so
here we are.
Yeah, we decided last night, like, okay, we're just gonna do another stream like back to back. And
I think this might be more interesting actually than the presidential debate, because I'll tell you why. I want to see Mike Pence get his hands dirty.
Yeah.
I want to see him let loose.
Oh yeah.
He probably won't, because he's been pretty rock solid for for the 4 years that he's been in office. But
I mean, he was already kind of rock solid before, anyways, in my opinion.
He's pretty much rock solid, yeah.
Yeah, he's pretty much just kind of has the same stoic face. Like he's a pretty stoic kind of figure. Like, I guess that's the way I would describe it.
That's why I like him.
That's kind of why I like him too, and that's why I'm excited to see him debate a female instead of a male. I don't know in the past when if he's ran against women and had to debate them, but
Pepperidge Farms, the debate starts in 5 minutes, 6 minutes. I don't know why I'm holding up 10 fingers. 6 minutes.
6.
It's streaming on YouTube, so we chose the CBSN stream. Our stream should have very low latency, so there should be very low delay. So if you pull the stream up in another tab, it should basically be in sync with what you're seeing with us. There's should only be a few second delay between what we're saying and then what coming out on YouTube. So
yeah,
we're doing it live.
We're gonna try to like really listen to this one too, because we can't have it up that loud though. We have it up loud enough to where we can kind of hear it, but not loud enough to where the YouTube overlords can get us.
Yeah, we're trying to hide in the shadows and do the thing.
Trying to get away with being able to give you guys a video of what we're watching without using their
all we want to do is hang out and watch a debate with people.
Right?
We're in quarantine. Can't YouTube like lighten up its restrictions a little bit, because we're in quarantine, man? Come on, like
yeah.
Amazon Prime Video has like watch parties. Why can't you just do that on here?
This one of my neighbors, he told me about, there's like an app that you can do, and you like sign up and you can like watch TV on your phone, or like movies and stuff on your phone with somebody like from far away through the app. So
I've never actually done that. How does that work? Does it show like their face and then the video?
Yeah, it's something like that. I never did it either.
That's kind of weird though.
It is kind of weird.
You're just looking at their face.
I mean, you think so. I mean, at least I would, because I would be like with the girl I'm talking to, but I can't physically be with. So it's like, let's watch a movie, but I would just end up watching her the whole time.
Yeah.
It's like, no, that's how it is with me in movies.
Kind of turns into
anyways.
like a reaction video.
Right?
One giant reaction video.
Jim Crow Joe won't make 6 months if he wins. Dude is feeble as hell. It's true.
Well, that's why this debate matters so much, because Kamala is the real candidate.
Yeah, Kamala's the real presidential candidate, not Biden.
Biden is just the Trojan horse, basically, that, he's got the merit and, the merit.
He's got the time to put in.
Merit with giant quotation marks.
He's got the main people running the Democrat Party backing him, which
he's in the group. He's in the.
He's in it. And like last time Pence debated was with Kane, so that was a different dynamic. It's going to be a totally different dynamic with Kamala. It's going to be interesting to see.
Well, you know what's going to happen? It's just going to be Pence. It's just going to be Pence defending Trump the whole night. They're not going to talk about Pence.
They're not going to talk about what he's done.
It's just going to be Trump, and Pence is going to be defending Trump all night.
And then Kamala's going to have to be defending Joe all night too.
Yeah. Pepperidge Farm says we're not. He's not excited just to hear Kamala's cackle.
I'm not excited to hear that either. Like,
It's
honestly,
not easy. I'm trying to be,
I try to not bring things in that like
not
people
get
can't
personal
change,
about
but
it.
like,
Yeah,
her
it's
laugh is definitely difficult to listen to. But you know what? So is mine. So
Yeah, you do have a really weird laugh.
shut up.
So do I, though, so it's fine. We all have weird
Whenever you
laughs.
do laugh,
I never laugh.
he never laughs. He's so serious. He's freaking Mike Pence.
I could be Mike Pence.
You could.
I have to practice my Pence face.
You do. You need to practice that Pence face.
Serious all the time.
Yeah, serious all the time. Make sure
I
like
barely move my mouth when I talk.
yeah. My dad even said that.
Look at that. He's like happy. He's waving to the
He's
the
waving
cameras,
and
like,
he's smiling, but it's like barely a smile. It's not
his
even.
mouth is literally straight like the emoji.
And then
where you
like
make
it's
the
just
line.
barely turns out right at the end to get that smile. You know, that's as much of a smile as he can give. But you know what? Whatever.
He's awesome though. I love.
He is
Pence.
awesome. I like him. It's weird. Like my dad even said it early when I talked to him on the phone. He was like, is Mike Pence like ex-military? Because he seems like he's a military dude.
Yeah, he does seem like a military guy.
And and then I looked him up and I was like, no, military. He's just a lawyer.
That'll do it.
Yeah.
Steve brings up a good point, and this is what I don't think is going to happen because Pence doesn't have that offensive personality. Mm-hmm. He's not gonna call out Kamala on all the shady stuff that she's done.
Yeah.
So
She's probably going to bring up like him hating the gays and stuff like that, which I'm just like,
oh yeah, no, there's definitely gonna be talks about electrocuting gays and stuff like that.
conversion therapy,
For sure.
forced conversion therapy in his state, because that's really all they have on him is that like he tried to like legislate and like force conversion therapy into his state, and it's like no, pretty sure that he just allowed it. That's not the same as like him saying like yeah, I believe in it.
But did we shock any gays in the first 4 years?
I mean,
Is the idea that we're gonna implement the shocking the gays in the next 4 years? Like the first 4 years, we're just try a test run to get in there. And, like,
if they had any
so
like
stupid.
idea or any wanting to shock the gays or
extract the gays.
get them out of their country, they could have done it. Because a lot of these gays,
They
like
had 4 years.
a lot of these gays would have just like voluntarily left. Not me. I'm like, nah, I'm with you, man.
Yeah.
I want it. I'm not freaking. I'm not playing around. This is my country, even though like I'm gay as hell. It's still my country.
6 p.m. Debates will be starting any minute now,
Yeah.
guys. Pull up the stream of your choice. We're watching the CBSN stream on the little mini picture-in-picture there.
Pepperidge Farm says, Pence seems like a level 10 paladin ready to cleanse the Holy Land.
Level 100 paladin.
Level 100, sorry. I couldn't see that extra zero.
He does. He could be a good paladin.
He would be a good
He
paladin.
has giant shoulder pads.
Yeah, he does. He's a pretty tall dude as well. So
Is he?
I think so. Because Trump's 6'3", and he's like not much shorter than
Hold on,
Trump.
I got it. I'm not gonna pull out my phone ever on the stream because I think that's lame. But I have to Google this because I need to know how tall Pence is now.
I mean, I would guess he's probably taller than me, and I'm 5'10". So if he's not taller than
He
me,
seems like a short guy, like a short, stocky guy.
yeah, maybe. Look it up real quick.
Pence height, 5'10".
5'10". Look, he's my height. So at least like he's my height and like not shorter. If dude's shorter than me, I'm always just like, oh, poor thing.
That's respectable.
Yeah, I mean,
So I'm noticing we got plexiglass in between the two desks. They're gonna be at desks this time, sitting down.
why did the vice presidents get to sit, but the presidents have to stand?
Because it's just it's symbolic. The position is important.
Yeah, I guess.
I just made that up, but it's
You
probably
just made it up.
It's probably actually true.
That is probably true. I mean, I don't know. I always kind
What
of
if Kamala comes out in like a bubble? She like rolls out
that
in a
would be
giant
so.
plastic bubble.
She might, with how much like they give shade to Trump about like him not taking COVID seriously. I'm just like,
Oh yeah.
like, and especially like when he came home from the hospital and he took the mask off and then went in the White House. They were
Oh,
melting
man.
down over that.
MSNBC was like, they're like, oh, here it comes. And
Yeah,
then
he
takes his
look,
mask.
and then as soon as he
Oh.
took the mask off, they're just like, ah, like you could just hear the disgust in their voice, and like they're just all you could.
This is what he wanted. He wanted to look strong. He wanted to make the coronavirus look weak. Well, it's like,
Yeah,
yeah.
isn't that the point?
That's the whole entire point.
Isn't that the point? Like that.
The whole for 4 years. Trump's not presidential. He's not a leader. He doesn't act like a president. And then when he acts like a president, they're like, "Oh, look at him acting like a leader."
Right? Like, how dare he? Like, they've even like kind of made like comparisons of like him to like Hitler, and I was
Oh, I
just like,
saw video footage side by side
it
of
was
the
pathetic.
airplane
It was so
where
low
Hitler
and
was like flying back in, and then the helicopter of Trump landing in the.
right? They were like doing side by side comparisons. Like, this is
Oh man!
look at how
they are
similar it
so
is.
mentally
They're
ill.
reaching, man. They're so reaching.
No, they just we talk about it all the time.
I know,
It's the catastrophic thinking.
It is.
They see Hitler and everything.
They just see I don't know. I don't know what they see because I'm not in that
Hitler
mind.
also flew on planes.
Yeah, Hitler also didn't care about people. Didn't care about disease and viruses.
It's pathetic. Look, she's wearing a mask and she's probably not even standing near anybody.
I know. Oh my god.
What is that?
It's so sad and pathetic. Like, I swear, some of the measures that they go to right now.
Oh, now they're interviewing some chick who was potentially exposed to COVID while covering at the White House.
Right.
Because that's the narrative right now is that
If you,
everyone at the White House is infected.
oh,
You know what I mean? Because Trump is just spreading it.
yeah, he's a super spreader.
Yeah, he's just spreading it around the White
We're
House.
super spreaders too. Look at us.
Oh, we've been spreading it up.
Giving COVID to each
We've just been
other.
bouncing it back and forth,
Right.
probably creating like a super COVID.
Super COVID, yeah. Especially with like the mixture of our two germs, like we're gonna have we're gonna have super COVID.
Crazy mutated COVID.
No, or maybe like genetically superior COVID. Because
Who's the host? I don't even know who this is.
First and only. This is why this is important too, because this is the only vice presidential debate.
Everything's on the line for Kamala. But really, Pence can't lose.
She said she's from USA Today. I didn't get her name.
Oh. We'll be able to tell by watching her performance.
Let us know how we sound, guys, as well, how we look, all that good stuff.
Oh, that's good. Everyone in the audience is required to wear a face mask. I really cared about that. Doug Masters, what's up? We are back with the live streams.
Yep.
Doing the VP debate now. If you
And
want
you
to
got
follow
me.
along, pull it up in another channel.
You got me in the live stream now.
This is Delaney, my new co-host.
Yep. Young Degenerate Lesbian. That's my Instagram handle. I know. I'm playing the gay card.
I mean, you got to milk it.
I gotta milk it. Squeeze it as much as I can.
Here we go. I know, they got him in chairs. That's lame. They're like, who sits first? Who sits first?
Let her sit first, because she's the woman.
What if he went over and like pulled out her chair?
He probably would if he was allowed. Look at the teleprompter.
Yeah, that's interesting. They got the teleprompter there.
Like right in the middle.
First question. Kamal has 2 waters. Pence only has 1. Isn't that cheating?
She's getting extra
Cheating.
hydrated.
Cheating.
Cheater.
Going through the rules. Nobody's been shared with the topics or questions. Nine segments of 10 minutes each.
We'll see if they can do it.
You think Pence will ever interrupt?
I don't know. He doesn't want to get accused of being a sexist.
Yeah, let's see how biased his moderator is. Pence is just staring at the camera with his Pence face.
With his Pence face, yep.
I love it. Straight into coronavirus.
Right? They have to.
What will a Biden administration do that a Trump administration won't do?
Okay.
Right on the attack.
Yeah, it's the greatest failure.
Reciting all the statistics.
Yeah, I mean, good on them for trying to do that, but like we've been talking about, are those statistics really that accurate? Especially with the death rate and the death count. The businesses, that's where I'm empathetic with, which I'm surprised she even brought that shit up, because normally she's kind of like doesn't care about that.
Mm-hmm. Pence is like, oh, hell no. So the narrative of the answer so far is that they knew on the 28th, but they didn't tell anybody.
I knew about coronavirus like like before January 28th, because I follow all different types of media outlets. Like, but it's okay.
He minimized the seriousness of it.
Remember, like we said,
Here's a plan.
well, Joe Biden has a plan.
Here's Joe Biden's plan. Their plan is a free vaccine for everybody. That's it.
That's it. I don't want a vaccine. No, thank you.
They forfeited their right to re-election based on their response to COVID. That's what Kamala said.
Okay.
All right, Pence, let's do it. Look at him. So determined. Pence gets +3 against evil.
It's true. He kind of does.
Just a passive buff.
Yep. We're playing MGT. We're not playing WoW no more. Or MTG. Not MGT.
Why is the U.S. percentage death rate higher than everybody else?
Susan, thank you. And I want to thank the Commission and the University of Utah for hosting this event. And Senator Harris, it's a privilege to be on the stage with you.
Way more professional answer off the bat.
Mm-hmm.
Through a very challenging time this year.
Mm-hmm.
But I want the American people to know that from the very first day, President Donald Trump has put the health of America first. More than 5 cases in the United States, all people who had returned from China. President Donald Trump did what no other American president had ever done. And that was he suspended all travel from China, the second largest economy in the world.
He did.
He suspended all travel from China. That's right. That's the correct answer, Pence.
And then they called him names
Ooh,
for
and
it.
he said she opposed it.
And hysterical. But I can tell you, having led the White House Coronavirus Task Force, that decision alone by President Trump bought us invaluable time to stand up the greatest national mobilization since World War II. And I believe it saved hundreds of thousands of American lives.
Yeah.
The greatest national mobilization since World War II? You think so? With all the ventilators and whatnot?
I mean, they did what they could.
They did have a lot of ventilators flying around.
There was a lot of ventilators flying around, and there was a lot of overstock of ventilators as well. And then riots started happening, and then they had to mobilize their military to take care of that. So
Yeah.
it's just been a crap storm.
Operation Warp Speed.
He's bringing up warp speed.
Here we go.
Like what President Trump and I and our task force have been doing every step of the way.
Huh.
Quite frankly, when I look at their plan that talks about advancing testing, creating new PPE, developing a vaccine, it looks a little bit like plagiarism. Biden knows a little bit about.
Their plan looks like plagiarism. Oh, that's awesome.
It is plagiarism.
That's Pence getting vicious right there.
That's
as
his
vicious-
version of it.
That's
His
as
vicious.
vicious as he gets.
He's such a freaking little bear. Like, just keep poking him, he's fine. But then eventually he's gonna snap. What?
Oh, see, the narrative is if there's any deaths,
Yeah.
then it's a failure.
Yeah, it's a total failure if one person dies.
Mm-hmm.
She does have resting bitch face, for sure.
She's repeating the "they knew on January 28th" line.
Yeah.
She was probably coached on that one a lot.
Yeah. Like, they want to act like they didn't know about coronavirus before the 28th. So my question is, it's like, if you, like, I knew before the 28th of January that coronavirus was a thing. Why didn't the senators and all of these people that are, like, talking
Whoa.
crap against Pence and Trump, why didn't they say something sooner and, like, press it sooner?
Local government response. I don't know if you saw that, but she already got cut off, and she just kept talking.
That's...
Vice President Pence a chance to respond. Vice President, you have 1 minute to respond. There's not a day gone by that I haven't thought of every American family that's lost a loved one. And I want all of you to know that you'll always be in our hearts
Yeah.
and in our prayers.
So she seems like a cold, calculated
Last 8 months hasn't.
B word so far, and
Yeah.
Pence seems like a warm. I'm just observing, their communication style here.
If I may finish there. The reality is, Dr. Fauci said everything that he told the president in the Oval Office, the president told the American people. Now, President Trump,
He got him on that too. Everything Fauci said, he told the American people.
Mm-hmm.
say it hasn't worked. But Dr. Fauci and Dr. Birx and our medical experts came to us in the second week of March. They said if the president didn't take the unprecedented step of shutting down roughly half of the American economy, that we could lose 2.2 million Americans.
Right?
Yeah, the projections were a lot higher.
Yeah, and they only
Of the
lost
potential deaths.
200,000. I
Yeah.
mean, yeah, that's a lot of people, but I question the statistics of how they judge what is a coronavirus death. I've been questioning that since day one. Because you got to question most things nowadays.
And their neighbors first, our doctors, our nurses, our first responders. And I'm going to speak up on behalf of what the American people have done.
Kamala can't stop smiling. It's that smile where it's like, yeah.
I know. We see it all the time on the angry leftists.
Yeah, they do that a lot.
They're just like, oh, how dare you bring up just like...
Moderator is Susan Page, Douglas. Thanks, man.
Thank you for that. Yeah. I know her first name was Susan. I didn't think she said it was from the USA Today or
USA Today.
something like that.
She's Black Hillary, better tan, just as bitchy.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah. I'm going to grab another drink real quick.
Do it.
BRB, folks.
President Trump and I have great confidence in the American people and their ability to take that information and put it into practice.
Pence is a professional.
Yeah, he's this polished.
He might be one of the best vice presidents of all time. He hasn't messed up once, and that's all the vice president has to do is not mess up.
When the outbreak of the Sun Belt happened this summer, again, Americans stepped forward. The reality is the work of the President of the United States goes on. The vacancy on the Supreme Court of the United States.
Pence is like that polished politician that I was talking about. You know, that Trump isn't. Pence makes up for, like, being able to, like, use up the 2 minutes of time to talk, whereas Trump's like, I only need 30 seconds.
We'll fill it out.
Whereas Pence will, like, do the full 2 minutes and be like,
He's going over now. This is like the third time he's gone over, but they've both
good.
gone over.
He's
so.
a good talk. He's a talker. He's a total politician.
Kamala went over on their last question, so
To make choices in the best interest of their health.
Oh, yeah.
so he wants to leave it up to the people to make decisions on their own health instead of relying on the government to make mandates, which is what he's implying Kamala wants to do.
Yeah, I mean, she wants everybody to have a free vaccine. And she doesn't mention, like, if it's mandatory or not.
Right.
Because they don't want you to
They
know
don't
that
wanna say it.
They won't say it. And then the moderator won't ask the question, is it going to be mandatory? Like, everybody has to take it or else? Because if it's everybody has to take it, I don't know.
Yeah, it's free because it's mandatory.
Yeah, it's free because it's mandatory. I don't want it. Oh, my
Oh,
God.
she's
A food line, huh? None of the food banks are open. Are you kidding me? Because you left it up to the states and the local governments to figure it out. I think you're right, Steve. Steve in the chat says Pence is on deck. Dude will run in 2024. I mean, that's
Maybe.
a very real possibility. I honestly wouldn't mind if he ran, especially depending on who the Democrats pick for 2024. A lot of people want a rumor like Don Jr. And I'm like, nah, I don't want Don Jr. Sorry.
Half the Americans say they would not take a vaccine if it released right now.
Good.
Oh, here we go.
Should Americans take it, and would you take it?
Should Americans take the vaccine and would you take it?
Professionals, if Dr. Fauci, if the doctors tell us that we should take it, I'll be the first in line to take it.
Oh my God, no.
If the doctors tell us to
If
take
the
it,
doctors tell me to take it, I'm going to take it. That is such a sheep mindset. Mm-mm. I'm sorry, doctors can be wrong about stuff and make mistakes too. And can be
yeah,
bought,
my body, my choice.
Yeah.
What if Pence said that? My body, my choice on the vaccine.
right? Like, it's just not smart to like be so willing to give your body over like that. It's like, I'm sorry. I was telling him before the stream, I was like, I haven't had like a vaccine or like a flu shot in a really long time. I've never had a flu shot and I never get sick.
She's talking about how Biden's going to be like 78, and when either one of them gets into office, they're going to be vice president to the oldest president.
Even though he's old as fuck, he doesn't look that old.
Well, Susan, thank you. Although I would like to go back.
He always thanks her. It's so sweet.
Thank you, but I would like to go back.
Oh,
Because the reality is that we're going to have a vaccine, Senator, in record time, in unheard of time, in less than a year. We have 5 companies in phase 3 clinical trials.
that is crazy. So Pence wanted to backtrack to the previous question. The moderator said, well, no. And
He's
Pence
just like,
Pence is saying that we're going to have like 4 or 5 companies with vaccines in trials.
yep,
And it's the shortest period of time that we've had vaccines
it's good.
available.
If-
It's
you know,
true.
I mean, it's,
There's never been a successful vaccine for coronavirus.
yeah. I mean,
As far as I'm aware.
I don't even really think any of the flu vaccines are that successful, to be honest. Because I know somebody that used to work like in the department that would test all that shit, and she was like, yeah, most of the flu vaccines don't really work that great.
Yeah.
Of confidence in a vaccine is just, it's just unacceptable. And let me also say,
What's up, Replay? We're going to get back at the protests.
Yeah, I
We got
mean,
one coming up next week.
yep. And I'm gonna go along with him, and we're gonna try to have some fun with it.
thankfully it was
We're in Sacramento, so unfortunately where we live, there's not a lot of stuff going on, but like San Francisco or LA, you know, those are on the tables too, but LA would be a trek, because that's like a 9-hour drive. 8, depending on how fast you go.
He brought up swine flu
Yeah,
and how pathetic our response to that was.
yeah, and
60 million Americans got it.
right? They did. I remember swine flu. Everybody was afraid of swine flu too.
Look at her smiling. She just can't stop smiling.
I know.
Look at that.
It's that smile when you know you're wrong and like he's being right, and you're just like, I don't want to like
Yeah.
put a mean mug on, so I'm gonna smile and just be hella catty instead.
Yep.
And I don't like it.
Oops.
Senator Harris, let me ask you the same question that
I just deleted Pepperidge Farm's message. I didn't mean
Oh
to do that.
no, sorry, Pepperidge
I
Farm.
fat fingered you, buddy.
We didn't mean to. We love you. You're awesome. Your comments are really nice.
That was funny.
We know who you are,
I
Jeremy.
kept saying my name like I
Jeremy.
didn't say my name.
Oh,
on
I
videos.
can't wait till we go out to these protests and I get to meet these BLM Antifa weirdos.
They won't be at the Women's March.
Oh, I know they're not going to be at the Women's March, but then if we go to any of their marches and shit, and they see my name and they're like, okay, Delaney. It's like, yeah, you can't really like get mad at my name because my name is beautiful. I've never met anybody that thought my name was ugly. I'm like, thanks, Mom, for the good name. Oh, shut up, Kamala.
Yeah, exactly. That face that she makes, that smile, it's like when you get hit and it hurts, but you don't want them to know. But the smile actually does give it away.
It does. That's why I don't like her. She really
Just
is
hold a straight face. How hard is it?
she really is like the freaking Black Hillary, or black, quote unquote, because I mean, yeah, she's got darker skin, but a lot of black people don't think that she's really black. That's what I've heard from some
She's
black
Indian.
folk. Yeah, her dad is like like Bohemian or like Jamaican,
Yeah.
like
She's
Caribbean
not
black.
African American.
Yeah, her dad's like Caribbean black, and then her mom's Indian, so she's not even like black. And I'm like, what is black? That's why I don't care. They weren't taking advantage of
See what
them.
Pence is doing? He's just sitting there biding his time.
He's listening,
He's just putting the Pence face on.
putting that Pence face on, and trying to listen, and like,
He's not over there like,
yeah, he's not over there like just callously laughing, like, oh my God, you're so wrong. But I want to like, all I can do is laugh at how wrong you are. It's the difference between conservatives and like far leftists.
her whole answer is just BS anyway.
It
So we're
is.
not missing anything here.
Yeah. She's like, me and Joe were raised so similarly, and it's like, yeah, did you know that you're the guy you're running with like was a segregationist? Yeah, it had such similar values.
Now we're going to President Trump and his doctors.
Questions about his health. And my question to each of you in turn is this information voters deserve to know? Vice President Pence.
It's like Trump's taxes in 2016, but it's his
Right.
health information now. Does voters deserve to know
No,
Trump's
that's
health
his
information?
personal information. Just like you wouldn't want your personal information that your doctor knows about you to be out in the public. It's the same freaking like privacy.
Yeah, he answers every question pretty much perfectly. He started out with like, "Thank you all for your prayers," and
Yeah, he always says thank you. That's what I've noticed about him. He's just a very, very like respectful. That's why Trump picked him as VP, because Trump's very like crass and very just kind of like doesn't let you get a word in edgewise, whereas Pence will be like, okay, and then we'll come out and like do his long speech.
he said they want to be transparent about his health records, as they have been with everything else.
Yeah, Steve, Kamala did call Joe Biden a racist when they were running against each other, like earlier. She did, and then
Pence doesn't even care.
yeah,
Steve's like, Pence like, damn, this bitch got nothing.
she really doesn't. All she's got is like emotions and just being crazy, and Pence is like, I'm stoic and calm and collected and will answer the
Wow,
question.
look at that. She just interrupts him in the middle of his sentence. Thank you, Mr. Vice President.
I mean, she's just trying to be a good moderator because Chris Wallace kind of fudged it up the first round.
Well, she's already let them both go over.
she has. But they've interrupted each other a couple
Oh,
times.
what? She says Joe Biden's been incredibly transparent. Didn't he deny taking a drug test before the debate? Trump was like, let's take a drug test. And he's like, nah. That's not transparent.
Right. That's not
Oh,
true,
now
though.
she's bringing up his taxes.
That's not a true fact, though, about
We
Trump's
all
taxes.
know it's not true. Everyone in chat knows that's not true. They're smart enough to know
Yeah.
that.
Donald Trump owes and is in debt for $400 million. And just so everyone is clear, when we say in debt, it means you owe money to somebody.
Okay.
Good to know.
And how much money do you owe to people, Kamala? Or, like, what kind of favors do you owe to people, Kamala?
People have a right to know what is influencing the president
Like, that's my question to her.
making decisions on the best interest of the American people, of you, or self-interest. So, Susan, I'm going to address
Wait, she says that he's in debt, and then she questions whether he's in this for self-interest.
for many, many years.
He's lost so much money being president.
I know. That's what I try to explain to people. I'm like, if he was,
How does that work?
he was a multi-billionaire before he walked into this. He doesn't take his president's salary. He takes that money and donates
Yeah,
it.
he doesn't even take his salary.
He doesn't even take the salary, he donates it. He's lost money, he's lost wealth, he's lost value. He used to be worth like 4 billion and now he's only worth like a little over 2 or 3. So he's lost money being president. What person would like go in like to the most powerful position, quote unquote, when you're not making really that much money and be like, yeah, I'm
Pen-
cool with losing money.
Pence is dismantling the taxes argument
Yeah, it's not accurate.
because he's
He's
a
right.
businessman.
Stacks of financial disclosures the American people can review just as the law allows. But the distinction here is that Joe Biden
I think Larry Elder did a breakdown of like the Trump tax scandal. I saw it the other day.
She's cutting him off again.
She can't really cut him off. I feel like she didn't. She gave Kamala a lot of time, but she didn't give him enough the same amount.
which is about the economy. This has been another aspect of life for Americans that's been so affected by this coronavirus. We have a jobs crisis.
She thinks she's doing good. Yeah, she does think she's doing good.
Declined to 7.9%.
Oh, I think they're gonna bring up white supremacy and the Proud Boys, like probably next segment, Pepperidge Farms.
It's true, yeah. This tax thing is about as played out as the wage gap myth. It's
Yeah.
just really, it's for low IQ people to be
It's
like,
for people to,
taxes.
yeah, for people who didn't actually like look into like the whole $750 myth about Trump's taxes. They don't have any idea about tax laws,
Anything.
tax codes, how to run a business, like what goes into owning a business, any of that. So they see a headline of Trump pays only $750, and they're like, "Oh, I paid more than that. That's not fair."
And create jobs. Would raising taxes put the
Ooh, we're on.
at risk? And you have 2 minutes to answer.
Look at, oh, Pence is smiling now. He knows he's got the answer to this one. He's like, oh, business and question? I got this.
She's always gonna defend Joe Biden.
Strength of America's economy based on the health and the strength of the American worker and the American family. On the other hand, you have Donald Trump,
Pence is going to drop some hot stats.
based on how rich people are doing, which is why he passed a tax bill benefiting the top 1% and the biggest corporate.
Pence actually shook his head at that one.
Because it's so stupid.
How long until, as a woman, yeah.
It's gonna happen, Dirk. It's gonna freaking happen. Welcome to the stream, Dirk. I remember you from last night. You're cool, man.
And what he'll do with the money is invest it in the American people.
So
And through a plan that is about investing in
we're continuing the narrative of Donald Trump only cares about rich people. Biden
Right?
cares about everybody.
Yeah, Biden cares about the low folk. He cares about the underprivileged.
Pence is breaking. He's smiling a little bit.
He is.
He's like, I'm going to destroy this chick.
His little smile. He's got that just such an old man smile. I love it.
innovation leader on the globe. Joe Biden will use that money.
Her being a senator from California should disqualify her. Yep.
Joe Biden wants to use the money to invest in education, but what does he want to teach kids? He wants to teach kids about white supremacy.
Yeah, totally.
Donald Trump wants school choice.
Yeah, he wants parents and students to pick the best school for their kid, not because like of where their zip code is. Like that's hogwash.
Pence is going to drop some business stats, economic stats, and then maybe bring up school choice.
Is it just me, or does it seem like Kamala is like talking for way too long? And then when Pence
It
talks,
does seem like that. It does
and when
seem like
Pence
that.
talks, like she doesn't interrupt.
I'm gonna pull up a timer actually. I'm gonna time it.
Yeah.
Latest economic report suggests that's not happening. Should Americans be braced for an economic comeback that is going to take not months, but a year or more?
Silence.
You have 2 minutes to answer.
Silence mortals.
When President Trump and I took office, America had gone through the slowest economic recovery since the Great Depression. So Joe Biden was vice
My buddy just texted me. Pence is a beast.
I love it. He is. Clean energy, renewable energy, aka the Green New Deal. Yeah,
All right,
it's
here we
true.
go. Here. Shh.
The average American family of 4 had $2,000 in savings and taxes. And
There it is.
with the rise in wages that occurred, most predominantly for blue-collar, hardworking Americans, the average household income for a family of 4 increased by $4,000 because of President Trump's tax cuts. When America
It's true.
Told you.
On day one, Joe Biden's going to raise your taxes.
Oh, day one, Biden's gonna raise your taxes. Look at how much that broke her.
A time where we're going through a pandemic that lost 22 million jobs at the height. We've already
There's the economic stats. 22 million jobs lost.
I mean, I was one of them, so
Yeah, it's real.
it's real as hell.
American energy, fought for free and fair trade, and secured $4 trillion from the Congress of the United States to give direct payments to families, save 50 million jobs through the Paycheck Protection Program.
See, all the economic stats. He's dropping them.
Expense to help the American people and the American workers.
My mom got the PP loan or like whatever that crap was for businesses. It helped her. I mean, she didn't really need it, but she was like, "I'll do it anyways."
The original co-sponsor of in the United States Senate. They want to abolish fossil fuels.
That one hurt her.
Cost hundreds of thousands of American jobs all across the
It's
heartland.
true.
And Joe Biden wants to go back to the economic surrender to China that when we took
Joe Biden wants to go back to economic surrender of
I love
to
that.
China.
Oh my God, this is why Mike Pence is so good,
put into effect a fight for American jobs.
because he's got those just like
Joe Biden says democracy's on the ballot.
he's got that like thesaurus of a brain.
The American economy, the American comeback is on the ballot. With 4 more years of growth,
Very poetic.
opportunity, 4 more years of President Donald
She gave him
that was
2
perfect.
minutes.
It was 2 minutes.
Okay, so we'll do a Kamala timer and see how long it takes for Susan, what's her name, to interrupt her.
based on fact and truth. And the truth and the fact is, Joe Biden has been very clear. He will not raise taxes on anybody who makes less than $50,000 a year.
repealed the Trump tax cut.
Oh, he interrupted her.
Pence interrupted.
Uh.
The important is the truth.
The importance is the truth. I love it.
Look at her laughing. She knows that one hurt.
Cuts that gave the average working family $2,000 in a tax break every single senator.
That is absolutely not true. That
But it is true, though.
Oh, wow.
Oh my goodness.
have a conversation, okay? Okay. Joe Biden will not raise taxes on anyone who makes less than $400,000 a year. He's been very clear about that.
Okay, we'll give Kamala like an extra 15 seconds because he did interrupt her.
Yeah, and she didn't stop him.
Joe Biden is the one who, during the
It's just getting good, MA. You got here perfect timing. We're talking about the economy. Pence just dropped a carpet bomb of stats, and she's like, we need the truth.
when they rode the coattails of Joe Biden's success for the economy that they had at the beginning of their term. Of course, now the economy is a complete disaster. But Joe Biden, on the one hand, did that. On the other hand, you have Donald Trump, who has reigned over a recession that is being compared to the Great Depression. On the one hand, you have Joe Biden, who was responsible with President Barack Obama for the Affordable Care Act, which brought health care to over 20 million Americans and protected
Just pivoting into healthcare.
Yeah, gave healthcare to 20 million Americans, but crappy healthcare to 20 million Americans.
Look at what he sent me.
Kind of like this is kind of making me want to like make him run for 2024 because the Republicans got to get ahead of the game on that right now.
They got to get a plan.
They got to get like somebody. Yeah, give her like an extra
She could take like an extra 15 seconds.
15 to 30. Yeah.
Heart disease, diabetes, breast cancer, they're coming for you.
They're coming for you if you have a pre-existing condition.
They're coming for you.
Coming for you. For you.
If you were under the age of 26 on your parents' coverage,
That is okay. Yeah, look, that was about okay. The moderator's actually being pretty
2
good.
minutes, 30 seconds on that.
I mean, I feel like that's reasonable because Pence did interrupt her in the middle, so
Yeah.
that's why we gave her a few extra seconds.
Senator Harris, you're entitled to your own opinion, but you're not entitled to your own facts.
Oh.
Norway for Trump 2020? Hell yeah. Get the Norwegians, man,
Yes.
and the Danish and all of them.
My
like,
people, the Vikings.
the Vikings, let's do it. My kind of my people, a little bit of my people too. I'm more mixed than he is. Clearly.
$2 trillion version of the Green New Deal, Susan, that your newspaper, USA Today, said really wasn't that very different from the original Green New Deal.
Oof.
Taxes, more regulation.
He did shut her down.
Came
Yeah.
Pence is killing it.
He's doing a good job.
He's making her look like a rookie. She's
She
way
is
outclassed.
a rookie.
She's way outclassed. Yeah, it's not. That's the thing. It's a fallacy because we're supposed to be comparing like people of equal stature. It's not.
It's not equal. He's been at it for a while.
He's a boss, and she's another B word. Unprofessional.
She is very unprofessional.
You don't have to go with the
But
personality
he's
attacks.
interrupted.
It's
He's,
just, she's just
he's
unprofessional.
interrupted her a couple times though, but it's okay to interrupt on certain occasions, in my opinion. It depends.
If he's selective about it,
Yeah,
you
as
know?
long as it's not like Trump all the time.
yeah,
Trump,
right.
Trump,
Every
frickin-
answer.
Trump like interrupts every single one. It's hilarious.
Hurricanes.
Topic is climate change. It's a myth. Just stop worrying about it.
Whoa.
There's my simple answer. I'm like Trump. I'm like, it's a myth. Don't worry about it. It happens. Move on. I love it. You even have friends texting you about this.
Dude,
This is dope.
we know what the deal is. This is serious.
She's a double A or a double B.
Yes. She's not even AAA.
Yeah. Oh, that's baseball. There's double A?
Apparently.
I don't know.
It's that bad. That's where she is.
She's in the double A, like she doesn't even belong in the triple A. Nowhere near it. Because we have a triple A team here in Sacramento. They're the triple A team for the Giants. It's true.
He's beaming her down as he's answering the question. He's like, more.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's true. A lot of people don't understand that we're more energy independent right now
Wow.
because we started to tap into our natural gas and oil instead of depending on other countries for it. It's true.
We need to work on forest management.
That's true. That's
Trump's
what
been saying it for months.
he came here in California last year to tell Newsom this, and he had to do it again this year
Yeah,
with
he
our
came
forest
back
fires.
again a few weeks back.
Yeah, a few weeks back. That's when that freaking that BLM person got run over by a CHP officer, or that person jumped on the CHP officer's hood,
Yeah,
and
that was
then
great.
they tried to blame it like the CHP officers ran him down.
That was good.
That was so good. That's it. Yeah, 2 minutes.
Here we go. You co-sponsored the Green New Deal.
Yep.
And then Biden says he doesn't support the Green New Deal.
Yeah.
Oh, she just owned her with that question.
Kind of like this moderator a little bit. Much better than Chris Wallace.
She's pretty good. What is your stance on the Green New Deal?
What is it? Because
You
got
co-sponsored it. He said no.
That Joe Biden will not ban fracking. That is a fact.
I don't believe it.
She pivoted right to fracking. She doesn't even want to answer the question.
That Joe Biden has been very clear that he thinks about growing jobs, which is why he will not increase taxes.
Longest day of the year for Kamala.
$100,000 a year.
It's true.
Joe Biden's economic plan, Moody's, which is a reputable Wall Street firm, has said will create 7 million more jobs than Donald
She's completely dodging the question.
She is.
by Joe Biden are going to be about clean and
What is the stance of the Biden-Harris administration on the Green New Deal? That's all we want to know.
understands that
Do you, yay or nay?
most of our country is burning, including my home state of California. Joe sees
Girl, you're not even like, you haven't been in California for probably days and weeks now. Like,
Joe has seen it
shut up.
with the farm.
We're living in it. Like, you open these windows and it's still smoky outside.
Mm-hmm.
And so Joe believes, again, in science. I'll tell you something.
She fracked her way to the top. She knows fracking too well. That's funny.
I love it.
We got the smartest viewers in this channel. They make the best jokes.
We do. That's a really good joke.
It is good.
It's just like, I'm a sci-fi nerd as well. Like I watch like Farscape and stuff like that, and they say Frel instead of the F word. They say Frel. It's
It works.
just like what is it?
Wait,
And the question was, the science is telling us that, what Donald
we're
Trump
asking.
said? Science doesn't know. So, let's talk about who is prepared to lead our country.
Scientists can be bought out just like everybody else.
What is an existential threat?
That's all Pence has to say.
Joe is about saying we're going to invest that in renewable energy.
What if Pence, with his response, just said, "Susan, I didn't hear an answer to the question. I want to know if they support the Green New Deal."
Right? It's literally a
The
yes or
question's,
no.
the question's at the bottom of the screen. She hasn't talked about the Green New Deal at all.
She's like, he won't take away fracking. He won't take away anything like that. But if you look at the Green New Deal, that's what they want to do.
Do you believe that climate change poses an existential threat?
No.
As I said, Susan, the climate is changing. We'll follow the science. But
We'll follow the science.
All the
That's
science.
a good answer.
All the science, not just like 9 of them.
Joe Biden said twice in the debate last week that on day one,
Man, that is how you answer a question. You answer it concisely. We'll follow the science. Immediate pivot into taxes. Kamala's going to raise your taxes.
Yeah, that's how they're going to pay for the Green New Deal.
That's good.
That's literally how they're going to pay for it. They're going to abolish cars. They're going to abolish fracking. They're going to abolish all this crap and then make you pay for it. It's crap. That's why the Green New Deal is crap.
for pointing out the Green New Deal is on the campaign website. And as USA Today said, it's essentially the same plan as you co-sponsored with AOC when she submitted it in the Senate. And you just heard the senator say that she's going to resubmit America to the Paris Climate Accord. Look, the American people have always cherished our environment. We'll continue to cherish it. We've made great progress reducing CO2 emissions through
We have.
innovation and the development of natural gas through fracking. We don't
It's gotten better. Fracking and like
man.
oil extraction has gotten a lot better over the last few years. So
Kamala has just been squirming the whole time. She needs to get coached. She needs to get coached on how to debate and how to appear in public speaking.
I don't mean to pull the sex card, but she is a woman, so
You can say that.
I mean I can say it.
I can't say that.
I can say it. She's definitely at a disadvantage debate-wise as a woman. I will admit that's one of our natural flaws as women. Is we get a little mad and we get a little excited and then emotional, and then we just say nonsense. She's just speaking platitude, really just saying nothing. Exactly, Pepperidge Farms. She does speak platitudes and say nothing.
Farmers have experienced bankruptcy because of it. We are in a manufacturing recession because of it. And when we look at where this administration has been, there are estimates that by the end of the term of this administration, they will have lost more jobs than almost any other presidential administration.
I can't stop laughing at Pence's reactions to
I
what
know.
she's saying.
I'm trying to pay attention to what she's saying, but I can't not be distracted by Pence and just how he's just taking it on the chin. I love it.
No, he's like, it's like when a mosquito's flying around your head,
Yeah.
and he's just like, oh.
By the end of the month, almost half of American renters are worried about whether they're going to be able
Oh, she got coached on the hand thing. She got the Bill Clinton course. She took the.
And the Bernie Sanders course too.
Does Bernie Sanders do
A
that
little
too?
bit of Bernie, We're gonna tax the top 1% of the 1%. The 0.01%.
15 seconds, Pence. All right, come on, lay it down, buddy.
lost the trade war with China. Joe Biden never fought it.
Whoa!
Senator Harris, you're entitled to your opinion. You're not entitled to your own facts. When Joe Biden was vice president, we lost 200,000 manufacturing jobs, and President Obama said they were never coming back. He said we needed a magic wand to bring them back.
That's true. The magic wand line.
The magic wand line from President Obama. That was a good one.
This administration saw 5,000
And he did it.
manufacturing jobs created.
I mean, he only did get 15 seconds, so.
That was a good answer for 15 seconds.
Yeah, this right in there, he got the dunk right in.
Dunk from the free throw line.
Dunk from the free. Really, he just like Michael Jordaned it, just like.
All right, come on. Give us something real, Kamala. I want to give her credit for a good answer.
So let's set the record straight. Thank you.
Ma said, haha, yes, I'm a female and I agree. We are emotional creatures. No shame in that. Probably would have been better off without the vote, but oh well.
Whoa! That's
No,
another thing
I
that I
mean-
can't say. Women can say that, though.
Women are beautiful creatures, but we're crazy. I'll just say that.
President Trump again blamed it.
And I can say it because I'm a female myself.
There you go.
If he says it, then he's, sexist.
That's
and-
outside the border of my freedom
Yeah.
of speech. I can't
Right?
say that.
Yeah, exactly.
You have 2 minutes.
Thank you, Susan. Well, before I leave that, let me speak to voting records if I can.
The lockdown Dems are the reason why the economy got effed. It's true. It's true, Douglas. It's so true.
We saw automotive jobs go south.
Just being as somebody that's in a Democrat city and a Democrat state, we definitely got effed because of the stupid policies that the Democrat leaders implemented on all of us.
I think her face got tired from smiling so much, so now she's like,
Her fake smile, not even her real smile.
she realizes that her face is sore, so she's like, maybe I shouldn't smile so much.
Sun's almost down, or it's pretty.
But Senator, you said it didn't go far enough on climate change.
It's pretty good outside.
We'll open it up here shortly.
I was gonna say we're gonna
Gotta get a
open up.
refill.
I need another drink too. We'll probably take a little break, not break, but we'll open up the curtains, give you guys a nice view, cause he's got a pretty nice view in this little spot that he's in. I love it. And get us some new drinks. I wish they had commercials.
They kind of do need commercials. It's not conducive to an entertainment style event.
Yeah. Well, I mean, honestly, commercials are just a great way to like go to the bathroom and grab a drink.
Whoa! You hear what Trump just said?
No, Trump. Pence.
China is to blame for the coronavirus.
They are.
How would you describe our relationship with China? It's the question we're on.
Let our personnel into China to get information on the coronavirus until the middle of February. Fortunately, President Trump, in dealing with China,
Oh my God, Ma. She wrote in chat. She said, "I trade my right to vote if it meant taking away from all of the AWFLs, affluent white female liberals."
I like that. MA's. That's hardcore.
You're a sexist, Ma,
That's hardcore.
and so am I. I'm a.
He's like, I don't care if my time's up. I'm gonna keep talking.
Do it. That's a real man. That's why I like Trump too, because he's just like, I don't care. I don't care if you're gonna interrupt me. I'm gonna keep talking.
Senator Harris, let me ask you the same question that I asked the Vice
Her flag on her lapel is straight. I think that means homophobic.
Right?
I'm dead serious.
So homophobic.
Look at it.
I'm
so
surprised
straight.
she's even wearing an American flag. That's what when I first observed it, I was like, I'm
I don't think
surprised
we're
she's.
that far yet.
perspective and approach to China,
I want to hear this because Biden does not have a good record with China.
American jobs, and
Yeah, he took money from them.
there's a weird obsession that President Trump has had with getting rid of whatever accomplishment was achieved by President Obama and Vice President Biden. For example, they created within the White House an office that basically was responsible for monitoring pandemics.
We've already pivoted off of China, and we're talking about how Trump is erasing the achievements of Obama's presidency.
Well, yeah, because Obama doesn't have any achievements.
She's not staying on the question.
And Vice President Biden dispatched to monitor what
Pronounced awfuls.
It's true, they're awful.
That's awesome.
they pulled them out. We now are
Oh,
looking
she's back on China.
at 210,000 Americans who have
Yep, there's a 210,000. You got to throw that number out there as much as possible.
the job situation. We mentioned before the trade
Oh my goodness. This is so good.
they wanted to call it with China. It resulted
It's a lot more tame than the presidential debate.
But it's somehow more entertaining.
It is more entertaining because they're actually like both politicians.
because of that failed
So they have like these long ass explanations for yes or no questions.
Standing. Pew, a reputable research firm.
Pew is not that reputable, but it's okay.
Nobody's reputable.
Nobody's
Polls are
reputable at this
trash.
point. Even the conservative ones, they're not reputable either.
All polls are trash.
That they hold in greater esteem and respect. Xi Jinping, the head of the Chinese Communist Party, than they do Donald Trump, the president of the United States, the commander
They probably don't even know who Xi Jinping is and what he's done.
because of a failed
They think you're talking about Chinese food when you say that.
Yeah, they're just like, yeah, that's delicious.
leadership over the past 4 years. And of course,
I don't think it was a bad answer. It was just weak. That's all.
It was super weak.
It was just
And
weak.
she just tried to make it seem like, oh, they don't care about the Obama administration. And it's like, yeah, nobody gives a crap about the Obama administration looking back at it now.
Not even Democrats.
Not even the Democrats. There's lots of Democrats that are switching over to Republicans now because of how weak the Democrats have become.
a lot of these issues. And, you know, Joe, I think he said it.
He did stand on a rolling skateboard once, but that's it.
But really it's relationships.
I don't know what that means.
Think about it as relationships.
But it's okay, axe to grind. You're probably chatting with somebody else.
You gotta keep your word to your friends. Gotta be loyal to your friends. People who stood with you, gotta stand with them.
Oh,
You gotta know who your adversaries are and keep them in check. But what we've seen with Donald
what
Trump
is your definition of the role of American leadership in 2020?
and embraced
I don't like her answer.
around the world. Let's take, for example,
It's like a relationship.
so Russia, I serve on the Intelligence Committee of the United States Senate. America's intelligence community told us Russia interfered in the election of the President of the United States in 2016 and is playing in 2020. Christopher Wray, the director
Yeah, and that was an insane conspiracy theory
Yeah,
lie.
you're just pulling out of the conspiracy theory, Kamala, but
Mo Russia. There
Yeah.
it is, Mo Russia.
Mo Russia interference, but that's not on the basis of any facts.
look at our friends at NATO.
Pence, please pull out the Hunter Biden card, please. Please. He's got so many ties to Russia, and so does Joe Biden, and she wants to claim interference on Trump's side.
Well, what I don't like is that she's going to ask Pence a different question.
Yeah,
so he's not going to
probably.
be able to, like, really follow up on what she said. You know what I mean?
I know that's the kind of crappy thing about.
If he's bulldogging though, he'll go back and he'll just be like, Susan, I want to talk about her response first,
No.
which he's already done a couple times.
Ma says, Jeremy, I seriously love your new co-host. Tell me she's here to stay. I'm gonna be here to stay for a little while until he leaves me.
Oh, I'm gonna be the one to leave.
Yes, I'm loyal.
There you go.
Vice President, somebody give you a chance to respond.
Okay, Vice President Pence gets to respond.
His word when we moved the American embassy to Jerusalem,
Mm.
capital of the state of Israel. When Joe Biden was vice president, they promised to do that, and they did.
Oh,
Stood strong.
that was a good answer. Trump moved the embassy.
Yeah, that
Biden
was.
said he was going to, and he didn't.
Thanks to President Trump's leadership, we've strengthened our alliances across the Asia Pacific, and we've stood strong. Against those
You're right, Doug. He does. Hunter Biden does enjoys those sweet, sweet Burisma holding greenbacks. If I was getting millions and millions of dollars for doing nothing, I would too.
but President Trump unleashed the American military,
It's all about who you know.
Not about what you know, but who you know.
took down their leader al-Baghdadi without one American casualty. Al-Baghdadi
Took down al-Baghdadi without one American casualty.
They did.
thousands. But notably, America's hearts today are with the family of Caleb Mueller, the parents of which are here with us tonight in Salt Lake City.
No,
He brought
he brought
special guests
he brought
with
the
him.
guests.
He just like Trump does. It's awesome.
Were brought to justice in the United States.
I love it. This is why I like Pence. He's cool.
See, he's professional. Like
I love
that takes
him.
some planning and some setup. You know what I mean?
Pence 2024. That's just me. I like him. Way better than some of the
I don't know.
conservative people. People, like I've been saying, a lot of the conservative people are like pushing for like Trump Jr. or like Candace Owens for 2024.
Oh
Or,
God,
my Candace Owens is too young for one to run in 2024,
I would leave the country if she became president.
right?
It was clear she'd been moved too
Oh, destroy the ISIS caliphate.
He
See,
did.
his answer was so much more substantial. Achievements. Exactly.
Snaps to. I know.
Get out of here with this.
Get out of here with that gay stuff. Swear, you go to like any kind of
Pens can't be stopped.
drag
Keep
queen,
going.
any kind of or gay, any kind of thing. It's
Keep
snaps,
talking.
not claps. Snaps.
Our allies are safer. The American people know President Donald Trump will never
Thank you, Vice President.
take action.
I would like to get Senator Harris.
Tell him, Pence.
He didn't even care.
Of course, there are other topics.
He's got a nice red tie too. Like he
The
looks.
power tie.
The power tie, man.
First of all, to the Mueller family, I know about your daughter's case, and I'm so sorry.
Oh my God! Look at her. She's doubling back now.
Yeah.
What happened to her is awful.
It's like, yeah, you can't deny
I
that.
also want credit for this.
And I want to like be known that I gave my condolences too, even though I didn't invite them.
I didn't bring it up first, but now that you mention it, I know about your story. And I too want to be seen as an empathetic person.
I too wanna just feel bad.
I have heard about you. That's basically what she just said.
Right. Is Kamala about to cry? Maybe. I mean, she is a woman after all.
And this is a pattern of Donald Trump's, where he has referred to our men who are serving in our military as suckers and losers.
It's not
There's
true.
the suckers and losers line. We all knew that was coming.
Cemetery, and stood above the graves of our fallen heroes.
Look at me caring so much.
Right?
What's in it for them?
She might cry.
Because of course,
She might.
She's not that good. She hasn't been coached to fake
I was
cry.
gonna say she's not that good of an actress.
Yeah, no, she hasn't been coached to fake cry yet.
great American hero. And Donald Trump says he doesn't deserve to be called a hero because he was a prisoner of war. And this is very important when you want to talk
You need to
about
listen.
who is the current
I hold up my fist, and you need to pay attention.
This is extra dead serious. This is when this is up, it means my words are in bold.
on the heads.
Emotional pleading to leftism 101.
Emotional pleading is leftism.
Oh,
101.
emotional. Yeah. There you go.
That's correct.
Context is important. I can't see it that good, so he's there to like
Eagle eye.
eagle eye it for me.
To Vladimir Putin and never brought up the subject. Joe Biden
Putin. You got Putin in the answer as well.
John McCain was a loser. I agree, Douglas. He kind of was, even though he did serve, but he didn't exactly do a good job. So, I'm just gonna say that, even though he's gone.
Senator Harris, this is such an important issue, but we have other important issues as well. And I want to make sure we have a chance to talk about.
Get him, Pence.
Seconds, because
Yes.
There you go.
I'm sorry, Vice President, but you had more time than she's had so far.
Slanders against President Donald Trump regarding the men and women of our armed forces are absurd.
They are.
I'm sorry, Vice
My son
President
is a
Pence.
captain in the United States Marine Corps. My son-in-law is deployed in the United States Navy. I can assure all of you, with sons and daughters serving in our military, President Donald Trump not only respects but
He just powers
Yeah,
through.
she didn't even. She was trying to stop him, but she was just like, well. The American people deserve to know that Donald Trump doesn't hate the armed forces. And we know that for a fact. But it's fine. Like, some of the people watching this are not going to even realize that.
Come on, look at her.
I know, she gets so mad. She gets so angry.
She hasn't gotten that head nod thing out. She needs to get that coached out of her too.
As the last topic was, and that is the Supreme Court.
Okay.
On Monday, the Senate Judiciary Committee is scheduled for hearings on Amy Coney Barrett's nomination to the Supreme Court.
On to the Supreme Court.
You'll be there as a member of the committee. Her confirmation would cement the court's conservative majority and make it likely open to more abortion restrictions. Even
Oh,
though
no.
returning will be waived.
Abortion.
Access to abortion would then be up to the states. Vice President Pence, you're the former governor of Indiana.
What's wrong with that?
I don't
What's wrong with the access to abortion being up to the states?
I don't see a problem in it with it, but too many people do.
All abortions. You have 2 minutes uninterrupted.
Well, thank you for
Would you ban all abortions?
Use a little bit of my time to respond to that very important issue before.
Nah, he's going back to the previous question.
Qasem Soleimani, the Iranian general, was responsible for the death of hundreds
It's like I'm gonna bring it back for a sec.
Roe v. Wade incoming. Yep. Abortions are white supremacy. They are.
They are, but they don't want to. They don't want to admit
That's
that.
the narrative that I've been trying to get people to start talking about.
Me as well.
White
but-
supremacists need to come out and like say we love abortion because it disproportionately
Right.
aborts blacks. And then instantly overnight, everyone be like, "Oh, never mind, we hate abortion.
We don't like it anymore.
Yeah.
It's not okay.
White supremacists love it. We hate it.
Yeah,
It would work.
we're gonna get banned for saying that.
It would work.
Whatever.
We have a commander in chief who will not hesitate to act to protect American lives and to protect American service members, and that's what you have in President Donald Trump. Now, with regard to the Supreme Court of the United States,
Man, he answered the question and then he moves on to the actual question.
I love how they don't post the topic until like he's starting to answer it.
That's pretty good, actually.
she's a brilliant woman, and she will bring a lifetime of experience and a sizable American family to the Supreme Court of the United States. And our hope is, in the hearing next week, unlike Justice Kavanaugh received treatment from you and others,
Ooh.
we hope she gets a fair hearing. And we particularly hope that we don't see the kind of attacks on her Christian faith that we saw before. The Democrat chairman of the Judiciary Committee before, when
Pence says we hope we don't see attacks on
confirmed for the court of
Barrett like we saw with Kavanaugh, especially on her Christianity.
Yeah,
her faith lived loudly in her.
I mean they've been still attacking her. It's quite pathetic
Oh,
and
they
sad.
hate Christianity.
Well, they just hate anybody that's like Christian, white, and like male or female. That's like the trifecta of just hate for other folks, and it's sad.
Thank you, Vice President. Your time is
Is
up.
that when the hearing takes place, that
Thank you, Vice President Pence.
Judge Amy Coney Barrett will be respected,
Thank you,
be
Vice President
carefully.
Pence.
To be fair, he didn't answer the question.
He didn't answer the question.
The question was about abortion.
The senator from former Attorney General of California. So let me ask you a parallel question to the one I posed to the Vice President. If Roe v. Wade is overturned, what would you want California to do? Would you want your home state to enact no restrictions on access to abortion? And you have 2 minutes uninterrupted.
Thank you, Susan. First of all, Joe Biden and I are both people of faith. It's insulting to
What?
suggest.
Really?
Joe Biden and I are people of faith. I need to see those memes, MA. I didn't know that.
Joe, if elected, will be only the second practicing Catholic as president of the United States.
Except he's not gonna win, so.
Issue of this nomination, Joe and I are very clear, as are the majority of the American people. We are 27 days before the decision about who will be the next president of the United States.
27
And
days.
before
27 days.
has come up,
If
you know,
we get it on the night of.
election time, we're literally
27 days until COVID magically disappears.
Right?
4 million people have voted. People are in the process of voting right now.
It's kind of a strange pivot to voting.
Very clear, as the American people are. Let the American people fill that seat in the White House, and then we'll fill that seat on the United States Supreme Court. And to your point, Susan, the issues before us couldn't be more serious.
She took the kind of same stance as Joe Biden. Like, let's wait till the election before we nominate somebody.
About her own body, it should be her decision.
That's pretty much the only consistent thing that she said with Joe Biden.
Let's also look at what else is before the court. It's the Affordable Care Act. Like, literally in the midst of public health,
Just jump out of her chair.
Literally.
with over
Literally.
210,000
Literally. She like pulled out the both hands.
probably have over
She's pointing with all 10 fingers.
All 10. Not just like a fist, but all 10.
Donald Trump is in court right now trying to get rid of the Affordable Care Act. And I've said it before, and it bears
He's not trying to get rid of it. He's trying to make it better. Difference.
that there will be no more protections if they win for people with pre-existing conditions.
Pivoting to healthcare.
20 million people will lose.
Look at him. He's just shaking his head. That's good. He's not interrupting. He's just shaking his head. But
You can't stay on
she's so wrong.
And here's the thing. The contrast couldn't be more clear. They're trying to get rid of the Affordable Care Act. Joe Biden is saying, let's expand coverage. Let's give you a choice of a public option or private coverage. Let's bring down premiums. Let's lower Medicare eligibility.
She's trying to stop her.
That's true leadership.
It's true leadership.
Earlier, Vice President Pence said the president
That was the line that she was like told to throw in. Throw that in 5 times during the debate. That's true leadership.
Giving the state the ability to kill unborn children is a very risky chess move for the future. I agree, 100%.
Protect people with pre-existing conditions, but he has not explained how he would do that. And that was one of the toughest nuts to crack when they were passing the Affordable Care Act. So tell us specifically, how would your administration protect Americans with pre-existing conditions have access to
How would your
insurance if the
administration protect Americans with pre-existing conditions?
Thank you, Susan.
That's a good question.
Addressing your very first question, I couldn't be more proud to serve as vice president to a president who stands without apology for the sanctity of human life. I'm pro-life. I don't apologize for it.
Good. You shouldn't.
This is another one of those cases where there's such a dramatic contrast.
You shouldn't apologize for being pro-life ever.
Support taxpayer funding of abortion all the way up to the moment of birth. Late-term abortion. They want to increase funding to Planned Parenthood of America. Now, for our part, I would never presume how Judge Amy Coney Barrett would rule on the Supreme Court of the United States, but we'll continue to stand strong for the right to life. When you speak about the Supreme Court, though, I think the American people really deserve an answer, Senator Harris.
Ooh.
Are you and Joe Biden going to pack the court if Judge Amy
Oh.
Coney Barrett is confirmed? I mean, there have been 29 vacancies on the Supreme Court.
Pence wants to know if Kamala's going to pack the court.
Washington to Barack Obama. Presidents have nominated in all 29 cases. But you're actually openly advocating adding seats to the Supreme Court, which has had 9 seats for 150 years, if you don't get your way. This is a classic case of if you can't win by the rules, you're going to change
Dirk
the
says,
rules. Now, you
It's exactly what I've been saying for months and months. If you can't win, change the rules.
like to know if Judge Amy Coney Barrett is confirmed with the Supreme Court of the United States, are you and Joe Biden, if somehow you win this election,
Pence is the interviewer now.
He is.
the Supreme Court to get your way?
Yeah, it's true. Dirk says, is gay a pre-existing condition? Time to get my zapper, Pence. I mean,
He doesn't even react. There's no emotion on his face. He just
I assume if you also, Mr. Vice President, is Abraham Lincoln. Abraham Lincoln was up for re-election.
she on the hot seat. That's true.
Pence asked Kamala if she's going to pack the election, and now she's talking about Abraham Lincoln.
United States Supreme Court. Abraham Lincoln's party was in charge not only of the White House but the Senate.
They're like not answering the questions like whatsoever. It's great.
It's not the right thing to do. The American people deserve to make the decision about who will be the next president of the United States. And then that person can select who will serve for a lifetime on the highest court of our land. And so
Sounds like
Joe
my
Biden,
ex-mother-in-law saying that.
the American people are voting right now.
It's the highest appointment of the land. Yeah, I know what the SCOTUS is.
On this most important body for a lifetime.
I thought she was going to actually come around and answer the question, but she completely did not answer.
Oh yeah, of course.
Pack the Supreme Court if you don't get your way in this nomination.
Let's talk about packing.
Once
Come on.
again, leave a non-answer.
Let's talk about
Oh.
packing. I mean, I
Let's
could teach
talk
you a few
about
things about packing, Kamala. Giggity.
Oh, man. Pence is just like, they are going to pack the Supreme Court.
They totally are.
This country, if you cherish our Supreme Court, if you cherish the separation of powers,
Look at her. Look at her body language.
Oh, she's so
Look
mad.
at that. Look at that. That's undeniable, that body language.
She got that like triple chin going on right there.
No, that she's stuck. That's body language of being stuck. She's trying to think. She's stalling.
Pence administration has been, because
She's going on the offense because she knows she doesn't have a good answer.
and I've witnessed the appointments for lifetime appointments to the federal courts, district courts, courts of
Pence knows. He's like, yeah, you're
Karen vibes for sure, Dirk. Total Karen vibes.
vibes.
people, professional organizations are found to have been not competent, are substandard. And do you know that of the 50 people who President Trump appointed to the Court of Appeals for lifetime appointments, not one is black?
Oh,
Race card.
because that matters so
Not one of the
much.
50 judges that Trump appointed was black.
All right, thank you, Senator. Let's go on and talk about
Like,
Look at Pence.
like having
He's like-
black having black judges makes them what, better, smarter, more capable, more fair?
Oh,
Like,
he won't let up. Pence is like, maybe in the next debate, Biden will answer the question. Yeah, he got her on that one.
After police officers executing a search warrant in a narcotics investigation broke into her apartment.
oh, they're bringing up Breonna Taylor. Oh God.
Themselves. Taylor's boyfriend said he
And here we go.
to fire a shot, which wounded an officer. The officers then fired more than 20 rounds into the apartment. They say they were acting in self-defense. None of them have been indicted in connection with her death. Senator Harris, in the case of Breonna Taylor, was justice done? You have 2 minutes.
God, that's
I've talked to Brianna's mother, to Miss Obama, her family.
it's such a terrible question. Like,
It's a stupid question.
such a stupid
How does this
question.
affect anybody in America?
Oh my God.
Topic is racial justice.
Yeah, puking.
Barf.
Yeah. I'm not even gonna listen. I'm gonna go grab another drink real quick.
Grab one for me.
Okay. Want to truly?
Yeah.
It brings me to, you know, the 8 minutes and 46 seconds that America witnessed.
Oh, 8 minutes and 46 seconds. All right. Yeah.
Was tortured and killed under the knee of an armed, uniformed police
An
officer.
armed uniformed police officer. Interesting line.
Around our country
The black one.
of every race.
You know, the topic is racial justice, so I want to be diverse.
Perfect strangers to each other.
The person you're interviewing is, you know, of
Shoulder to shoulder, arm in arm, fighting for us to finally achieve that ideal of equal justice under law.
What is the ideal of equal justice? What does that mean?
And I believe strongly
They can't define that.
that, first of all, we are never going to condone
But
violence.
what they imply is that it means no black people will ever die or be arrested for anything.
The values that we
That's what it's implied by equal justice.
to achieve our ideal. And that's why Joe Biden and I have said on this subject, look, and I'm a former career prosecutor. I know what I'm talking about. Bad cops are bad for good cops. We need reform of our policing in America and our criminal justice system, which is why Joe and I will immediately ban chokeholds and carotid holds. George Floyd would be alive today if we did that.
Joe will immediately ban chokeholds, and George Floyd would be alive if they did that.
We will, on the issue of
I don't think they looked at the toxicology report.
private prisons.
I don't think they read the autopsy report of George Floyd.
Yeah.
Really
Three
read it.
times a lethal dose of fentanyl and methamphetamine.
On a tragic issue of unarmed black people in America.
The tragedy of unarmed black people being killed in America. How many of that happens per year? What was it, like 16 last year?
For black people, it was like not even that. It was like
It wasn't even 20.
It was 9. For white people, it was like almost 20. I
Yeah,
think it was
that
like
is-
less than 10.
Sorry, that doesn't seem like a systemic issue to me.
Yeah.
If it was like
It's gotten
if it was
better.
like 2,000, then I'd be like, we have a problem.
Yeah,
here.
we have a problem. Pepperidge Farms said Breonna Taylor was effing multiple drug dealers and complicit in dealing drugs.
Careful with those red pills around here.
Get
Pepperidge
F
Farms.
Breonna Taylor. Nothing of value was lost.
Whoa.
I mean, that's pretty harsh, Pepperidge Farms.
I want to hear
but-
Pence's response to this. This is big.
But there's also no excuse for the rioting and looting
There you
Yes.
go.
that followed.
Yes, that's the angle that you need to take with the question: the rioting and looting.
The response to.
That's what the American people want to hear.
Yep. That's what I want to hear.
Nobody wants that.
I don't want rioting.
Her salon was burned to the ground by rioters,
Ooh, he kind of looks mad a little bit.
and Florida is still trying to put.
The Pence face intensifies.
And I must tell you this presumption that you hear consistently from Joe Biden and Kamala Harris that America is systemically racist, and that, as Joe Biden said, that he believes that law enforcement has an implicit bias against minorities, is a great insult to the men
Something just fell on his head.
law enforcement.
There's a bug on his
There's a
head.
fly on his head. Oh, you can't see it in the in our camera.
I gotta move it up.
I hope it stays there long enough. You see it, guys? It's on the top of his head.
It's feeding him lines.
It's awesome.
He's getting all his answers from the bug.
That's what the liberals are gonna like make fun of from this whole thing, because he did a good job, such a good job. They're gonna be like, look at him. He had a bug in his hair and he didn't do anything about it.
My buddy just texted me. Pence got a fly in his head.
Yeah, M.A., you're right. That's harsher than I'd go. Rest in peace, Breonna Taylor. But you mixed up with some bad shit. That's true. That's what I say about Breonna Taylor, too. It's like, you know, it's sad that she died, but, like, don't get mixed up with drug dealers and criminals. Like,
Was personally prosecuted. Everything from child sexual assault to homicide.
he still got the bug. The real of this freaking debate is that fly.
That's the star of the show now.
That fly's the real winner, you guys.
Her answer basically is, I'm a real prosecutor. I've prosecuted. I've put criminals away.
27 days, where last week,
Weak.
President of the United States took a debate
Disavowed writing.
70 million Americans
She won't do it.
and refused to
Oh,
condemn
man.
white supremacists. And it wasn't like he didn't have
Oh, Kamal just said he refused to disavow white supremacists.
It's not true.
Jesus.
That whole narrative.
No, he needs to do it every single day, otherwise it doesn't count.
All right? He needs to do it multiple times a day. As many times a
And
day
you
as he
called it. She
prays.
just mentioned the Proud Boys. Oh, the fly's gone. Thank God. That's
Not just-
Obama's fly.
Not just Mexicans. It was MS-13 gang members were the rapists and the murderers that Trump was talking about.
peacefully protesting.
They just found a van in Mexico with like 11 bodies in it.
I saw that. That's crazy.
And on the other side, there were
Totally normal.
Yeah, just normal
That's
in
just a regular
Mexico.
day.
shouting social epithets.
Totally normal. Nothing to see here, folks. Move along.
And Donald Trump, when asked about it, said there were fine people.
No,
No.
the fine people hoax.
The fine people hoax.
No.
Gotta pull that out.
Oh,
Gotta pull the fine
man.
people hoax out. Because that's the only thing they have.
The beauty in our diversity and the fact that we all
That's what their entire campaign is based off of.
Oh, M.A., you're so sweet. Said, girl, I love your giggle. I have a little girl crush on you as a straight lady. You're not the first straight lady to have a girl crush on
Calm
me.
down. I'm the star of this show.
Whatever. Just jealous.
Kidding, I'm kidding. I am jealous.
Super jealous. But I'm jealous of you, so it's okay. Our jealousy evens out.
Hold on, I want to hear Pence's answer.
people on either side of the debate over monuments. He condemned the KKK, neo-Nazis, and white supremacists.
There you go.
Has done so repeatedly. You're concerned that he doesn't condemn neo-Nazis. President Trump has Jewish grandchildren. His son-in-law is Jewish.
Yeah, it's true. Bring out the Jew card.
Pull that Jew card.
Pull that Jew card. I bring that up to people too, and they're like, "Well, you could still be a white supremacist and like have Jewish family members and love Jewish people."
Oh yeah.
When you left office, African Americans were 19 times more likely to be prosecuted for minor drug offenses than
There we go.
There
He's
you
bringing
go.
up a record.
Good. He needs to, because she's got shade. She's got so much shade.
proportionate incarceration of blacks in California. You did nothing on criminal justice reform in California. You didn't lift a finger to pass the First Step Back on Capitol Hill.
Oh, that was a good one, Pence. Good one, buddy.
Look at her face.
I know, she's so mad. She's so mad.
Biting her lip.
She's just like,
He managed to dismantle the fine people hoax in the question and also bring up how blacks were 19 times more likely to be arrested or prosecuted for misdemeanors and
minor drug offenses.
minor drug offenses
Under her, like, being
under
the
her in
attor-
California as
yeah,
a general.
as the Attorney General.
is a model of what our nation needs to do, and we will be able to do under a Joe Biden presidency. Our agenda includes what this administration has failed to do. It will be about not only instituting a ban on chokeholds and carotid holds, not
Oh,
Moderator
she
stepping
just
in.
got moderated.
She did get moderated.
In my record, which includes I was the first statewide officer to institute a requirement that my agents will wear body cameras and keep them on full time. We were the first to initiate a requirement that there would be a training for law enforcement on implicit bias because, yes, Joe Biden and I recognize that implicit bias does exist, Mr. Vice President, contrary to what you may believe. We did the work of instituting reforms that were about
Implicit
preventing
bias.
reentry.
The ever uncatchable ghost.
Right?
And again, I will not be
It's just, I can't stand this woman. Like, oh my lord. I'm so glad we watched this though.
Oh, I think we should talk more about her record.
Yeah.
and a commitment to reforming the criminal justice system of America.
Thank you, Senator Harris.
I think Pence wants to.
First, I'd like you to respond first to the
He's so stoic. I love him.
election itself.
He just keeps his cool. Tries to, at least.
Just an average day for Pence. This is no more stressful for him than ordering at Wendy's.
A peaceful transfer of power. What steps would you and Vice President Biden then take? What would happen next? You have 2 minutes.
So I'll tell you, Joe and I are, I think, particularly proud of the coalition that we've built around our campaign. We probably have one of the broadest coalitions of folks that you've ever seen in a presidential race. Of course, we have the support of Democrats, but also independents and Republicans.
Implicit bias is the same as the Spanish Inquisition's use of the devil. It's true.
It's kind of true.
Yep.
I mean, sacrificing humans, that's the devil.
Can't prove that you're not possessed by the devil.
Right? Especially back then.
Over 500 generals, retired generals, and former national security experts and advisors are supporting our campaign. And I believe they are doing that because
We're talking about peaceful transfer of power.
has
For some reason, they didn't put the question on the screen.
Yeah.
to fight for our democracy and to fight for the integrity
The fist. She's doing the fist.
and to
That means what she's saying is in bold.
And so we believe in the American people. We believe in our democracy. And here's what I'd like to say to everybody. Vote.
Oh,
Vote early. Come up with a plan to vote. Go to iwillvote.com. You can also go to joebiden.com.
propaganda, propaganda, propaganda.
Power in these next 27 days to make the decision about what will be the course of our country for the next 4 years. And it is within our power, and if we use our vote and we use our voice, we will win. And we will not let anyone subvert our democracy with what Donald Trump
Nobody's enthusiastic for Biden.
did last week when again in front of people, he openly
It's hilarious.
attempted to suppress the vote. Joe Biden,
Oh, we're on voter suppression.
Voter suppression. Oh my god.
Of course, we all knew we were gonna go there eventually. Oh, there's a question.
hey, just please vote. So I'll repeat what Joe said. Please vote.
Thank you, Senator. Vice President Pence, President Trump
Keyboard's
has several times
frozen.
refused to commit
Oh
himself
no.
There we go.
to a
There we go.
peaceful transfer of power after the election. If Vice President Biden is declared the winner and President Trump refuses to accept a peaceful transfer of power, what would be your role and responsibility as Vice President? What would you
If Trump refuses of a peaceful transfer of power, what's your role as vice president?
Well, I'd
What a loaded question.
That is such a
Holy
another
smokes.
stupid question.
rattle off a long litany of the establishment in Washington, D.C., an establishment that Joe Biden's been a part of for 47 years. President Donald Trump has launched a movement of everyday Americans from every walk of life. And I have every confidence that those same
This is such a good
Americans
debate, you guys. Like, this is so good.
I'm enjoying it.
I am enjoying this immensely.
we revived our economy through tax cuts and rolling back regulation, fighting for fair trade, unleashing American energy. Appointing conservatives to our federal courts at every level. And we stood with the men and women of law enforcement every single day. And
It's not answering the question, but it's still
Americans has only grown
it's a good answer.
in the last 4 years. But when you talk about accepting the outcome of the election, I must tell you,
Kamala has done average at best in this debate. Clear winner is Pence,
trying to overturn
I think so.
and just needs a solid finish.
is amazing.
Yep, well, we're coming up on the close here. We
Yeah.
got 3 minutes left.
We're getting close to the end.
And that's why he's answering the question this way, because he knows it's the end, and he just spit out everything that the campaign is trying to
Just
do.
like in a few bullet points, like this is what we've done.
Yep, he just summarized their whole campaign. That's pro. That's pro move.
Yeah.
Hey, Pepperidge Farms. with the
Pepperidge Farms.
$9.99 super chat. Thanks, buddy.
Thank you for the super chat, and
We will enjoy beer.
we've got plenty.
We hope you'll join us.
Yeah, join us. I hope you're joining us at least.
United States over a phone call. And now Hillary Clinton has actually said to Joe Biden that in her words, under no circumstances should he concede the election. So let me just say, I think
Oh, man.
President Trump and I are fighting every day in courthouses to prevent
Pence said
Joe Biden
Clinton
and Kamala Harris from
told Biden to not concede the election under any circumstances. Yeah, that's...
Sounds about accurate to me. I mean, they don't really want to.
I mean, he just destroyed her with that.
Yeah.
President Donald Trump's going to be reelected for 4 more years.
You know,
Whoa.
I've written all the questions that I've asked tonight, but for the final question of the debate,
Okay, final question.
Here we go, the grand finale, guys.
the Utah Debate Commission asked students in the state
Okay.
to write essays about what they would like to ask you. And I want to close tonight's debate with the question posed by Brecklin Brown. She's an 8th grader at Springville Junior
Question from an 8th grader.
Oh no. Watch how much you want to bet. Pence is going to be like, "Thank you, Brecklin, for writing this question." He's gonna like he wrote down the name of the kid because that's the kind of person he is.
When I watch the news, all I see are 2 candidates from opposing parties trying to tear each other down. If our leaders can't get along, how are the citizens supposed to get along? And then your examples could make all the difference to bring us together, end quote. So to each of you in turn, I'd like you to take 1 minute.
That wasn't a bad question, actually.
That's a good question for an 8th grader.
President Pence, you have 1 minute.
Oh, you know me.
That's a wonderful question. And let me just commend you for taking an interest in
Thank you, God. Thank you, Brecklin.
news when I was very young.
He always has to give a compliment first. I love it.
We believe in a free and open exchange of debate. And we
Good answer. We believe in free and open exchange and debate.
Yep.
freest and most prosperous nation in the history of the world. And I would tell you that don't assume that what you're seeing on your local news networks is synonymous with the American people. You know, I look at the relationship between Justice Ruth Bader Ginsburg, the late justice who we just lost from the Supreme Court.
Always bringing the RBG card out.
Mm-hmm.
They were on polar opposites on the Supreme Court of the United States. One very liberal, one very conservative. But what's been learned since her passing was the 2 of them and their families were the very closest of friends. And here in America, we can disagree. We can debate vigorously, as Senator Harris and I have on the stage tonight. But when the debate is over, we come together as Americans. That's what people
We can disagree on stage, but when the debate's over, we come together as Americans.
Exactly.
See, he said the bad word, Americans.
Right? The
I
A
don't think
word.
Kamala can say that word.
Yeah.
American people each and
Yeah, I mean her freaking her American flag little pin is straight. Like how dare she?
Yeah.
That's homophobic.
difficulties of this year.
There you go, Pence.
Harris, what would you say to Brecklin?
First of all, I love to hear it from our young leaders. And when I hear her words, when I hear your words, Brecklin, I know our future is bright because it is that perspective on who we are and who we should be.
Yep. Pence had a good finish. Let's see what Kamala does.
Leadership, and it's something we should all aspire to be. And that, that brings me to Joe. Joe Biden.
Always has to bring it back to Joe.
That Joe decided to run for president is after Charlottesville, which we talked about earlier.
Oh my God, she brought up Charlottesville.
Again.
All of us, that there was that kind of hate and division. What propelled Joe to run for president was to see that over the course of the last
She just admitted that Joe's entire campaign was based off the Charlottesville and the Fine People hoax lie.
standing
Yeah.
reputation of working
Yeah, she kind of did, in my
She's
opinion.
perpetuating this lie to this little 8th grader.
Joe was president. Joe Biden has a history of lifting people up.
Joe Biden has a history of lifting people up?
What? Did she really just say that? Alfredo Supremo. I don't know what that is, but I'll look it up.
Brooklyn, when you think about the future, I do believe the future is bright. And it will be
I do believe the future is bright. Rookie answer.
Okay.
engaged in this election because you have the ability through your work and through
So good. I love it.
to determine
No. Pence definitely won that last question.
Oh, he definitely won.
Way superior. See, I told you she couldn't say American.
She couldn't.
She could not say the word American.
Yeah. University of Utah. Hell yeah. Love my Utah people. The Utah folk out there.
All the Mormons.
Mostly Mormons. Not all. Mostly.
Not all.
Not all. Most, though. Just like Idaho. Not all. But
All right.
most.
All right. Yeah, whatever. Thanks, Susan. Susan didn't do a bad job.
She did a pretty good job moderating. Way better than Chris Wallace. Like, that last debate with the presidents was just so bad. It was so
Wait,
bad.
did they name the fly Alfredo Supremo?
Maybe.
Is that what that was?
I don't know. The fly, yo. That fly.
Oh, man. All right, we don't care about your commentary. Your commentary is rookie compared to our commentary. Oh, there's is his daughter or what? I don't know. Anyway, yeah, so, okay.
I think that's her husband.
First impressions.
Oh, I think Trump did a great job. I think
Trump?
I mean, not Trump. Pence. I'm a little
Trump
buzzed.
Trump won this debate.
Trump won this debate because he had Pence in there for him. Well, I mean, if you think about it, Kamala spent the whole time just touting Joe Biden, whereas Pence just kind of like, he said Trump a few times, but Kamala was all about like, this is Joe Biden's plan. This is Joe Biden's idea.
Well, that's
what the vice president
what's
should
supposed to
do.
be.
But like Pence was just like, this is what our administration has done. Like, whereas like instead of just being like, this is what I mean, he did.
Well, see, because that's the whole we talked about at the beginning where Kamala is the real candidate.
Yeah, she is.
So she's got the clout. She's trying to push Biden.
Oh yeah.
Because he needs that push because there's zero enthusiasm.
Oh,
and,
there's
you know
so
what I mean?
much, so little enthusiasm for him. It's kind of sad.
So, okay, the moderator. What's your score on the moderator?
She did better than Chris Wallace. I would probably give her like a.
But Chris Wallace had to deal with Trump.
He did have to deal with Trump. I will give her like a B.
I'll give her an 8.
Like
8 out of
an
10.
8, a 7.58. You know, that's what I rate her as. Way better than Chris Wallace, but Chris Wallace definitely had like a much tougher situation on his hands. But then again, Trump had like Chris Wallace and freaking Biden to deal with.
Yeah,
so
that was rough. Yeah, it was pretty rough.
it's like they kind of like for the first debate, they kind of picked the wrong one.
Better than Chris, I agree. Yep. I think chat also agrees with us that Susan was also better.
She did good because she was good at like getting them to like stop at a decent point. It's whereas like Chris Wallace would like interrupt Trump and then let Biden just go off on tangents and then not interrupt him and like not stop him. So it felt like Chris Wallace was favoring Biden a little bit more.
Yeah, it seemed like that. Yeah, she didn't seem biased in any way. They did both equally go over.
Oh yeah.
Multiple times.
Yeah, which
was fine. It wasn't
And
excessive.
we timed some of those like
Yeah, we were stopwatching it.
We were
just to make
stopwatching
sure.
it just to see like, okay, is the moderator really being fair or is he playing favorites? She wasn't playing favorites. Like when Pence would interrupt Kamala, she did give Kamala like more time, and same thing with Pence. When Pence would go and Kamala would interrupt, she would give Pence a little bit more time. So she was being like, I feel pretty fair. That's why I give her like an 8 or like a 7.5 to an 8. Like, you know, I wouldn't say like she did like amazing because honestly, this election cycle, really none of them are ever gonna get a 10.
So here's the interesting thing. Here's the interesting thing about this. And Ice Wall Bear with the $5 super chat says, "You think this is a game, Brecklin?" Which is a reference that I don't get. I don't know what that's from. Do you know what that's from?
I don't know, but you know,
We appreciate the $5 super
we
chat.
appreciate the $5 super chat anyways because you know we love the people that join us.
Thanks, bro.
Yeah, and we love the people that contribute to the conversation, and even more the people that donate as well.
So here's the thing about this debate, and this is my generic post-debate take, is that after the first one, we saw all of the pundits and whatnot, the people on MSNBC and CNN and whatnot, they were saying, this debate was a disaster.
Yeah.
They were focused on how bad the debate was. Whereas here, the debate was civil.
It was pretty good.
It was pretty good. The debate was good. So they're going to be forced to actually examine the contents of the debate.
Yeah. They're going to actually be forced to like watch it.
Now I know you're definitely more biased towards Trump and Pence than I am, but
sure.
is there anything in your head that stands out where if I turn on CNN right now, that you see they're going to be talking about, oh my God, I can't believe Pence said this.
I mean, I'm sure they're going to pick something, but
nothing stands out.
Nothing really stands out in my mind because he did a good job at like just trying to keep us cool and not interjecting. The reason why everybody was so like up Trump's ass with the last debate was because he kept freaking interrupting and kept being like too aggressive. Whereas Pence would just kind of like, you know, when she's like saying something stupid, he would just kind of sit there and just be like.
He did the Pence thing.
He was just like, okay. I'm just going to let you keep answering, even though I know your answer is dumb and factual, but I'm going to use my time to like disprove the facts that you're trying to spit out right now.
God Emperor Trump and Pence as his Grand Inquisitor at his side. I don't know how, like, do you know about Warhammer 40,000?
I know people who do the Warhammer thing, but I've never done it myself.
Got tied into this, but I love it because I'm a huge Warhammer 40,000
You're a Warhammer
fan.
40,000 fan?
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I don't do the tabletop, but I love the.
I know people who do the tabletop and like dress up and all that garbage, but
it's so I don't think there was any points where they're gonna be able to say, "Oh my God, I can't believe Pence said this."
Yeah.
Or, look at this gaffe.
They're gonna really have to reach.
I think Pence actually did have a few really good stabs at Kamala.
Oh, he had a good few stabs at her.
You can make a pretty decent montage out of Pence getting stabs in on Kamala on this one.
I can't wait for like the memes and the montages and the reels that are going to be on social media for the next few days about this debate.
The best one was so the worst thing in my head. So we're just going through some post-debate statistics here. So for all you guys that are joining in, we just finished watching the debate.
It's over now. We're just going to do a little bit of commentary after.
We're giving our thoughts and opinions on what happened. The one thing that stands out in my head was when Pence went after Kamala for the Green New Deal thing.
Oh, yeah.
Because the moderator even got in on it. The moderator was kind of, it's not biased because what she said was completely true, but she said Biden said that he doesn't endorse the Green New Deal at all, but you were a co-sponsor on the Green New Deal.
Yep.
So what is your administration's stance on the Green New Deal?
What is the Biden stance on the Green New Deal?
She did not answer it at all.
She couldn't answer it because she was trying to work around it and like not really answer, but like answer it at the very end. So that way they can get that like little 10-second soundbite of her saying whatever they want her to say.
I would consider that pretty much.
Oh my God.
That was a really bad time for her. And what was the question where Kamala was like this?
Oh, it was having to do with like
because that one got to her really bad.
It was having to do with like Breonna Taylor and like racial. I think it was like racial.
It was before that.
I'll have to when I go home.
Chad, help us out. What was the one where Kamala?
Yeah, where she did this whole thing where she was like putting her hands under her face and just like kind of doing that like.
That was really bad for her.
Yeah, that didn't look good. Coming from like a body language standpoint, when somebody does this.
Axe to Grind, thanks for joining, man. See you next time.
It's like this is like a sign of just like I'm frustrated. I don't know what to say, but I'm just gonna put my hands here just because.
You can tell it like broke her frame. Right?
It kind of broke her a little bit, yeah.
Because she was composed the whole time. She was maintaining certain body posture, but that was the only time in the whole debate she did this. So yeah.
It definitely broke her. I'll definitely have to watch. I'm gonna probably when I get home or tomorrow, I'll probably spend a little bit of time and watch the debate again because that's what I did the last time. Is I watched it again because. I wanted to like get those moments that I missed, and I'll do this with the vice presidential debate. But yeah, this was
her record. Maybe it was her record. Yeah,
something like that. Like he definitely like dug in on her a little bit.
But all I can see in my head is the image of her doing this.
Yeah, I know.
Like a pouty little girl.
Right. That's the sign that women make when it's like we're frustrated with you, but I don't want to beat your booty right now, so I'm gonna just put my hands right here instead and just pout a little bit.
Yeah, no, that was it was exactly it was exactly what I thought it was going to be. Pence just went in and did the Pence thing.
Just calm, collective, like stoic, like these are the facts, laid it out. And then
he didn't really go
watch the meltdown happen.
Oh, it was the packing the courts. That was when she went like this. Because Pence asked her
Oh, are you gonna pack the courts?
How are you going to pack the courts? Like Pence turned into the moderator for a question, and she responded, didn't answer it at all, and then he asked her again, and she didn't answer it again, and then Pence was like, well, maybe Biden will answer it in the next debate.
Oh, that's right. She was like, she got so mad. She's like, you could tell that she was breathing through her nose on that one.
They didn't coach her on that question, I guess.
Well, I'm just surprised that Pence didn't bring up Hunter Biden at all.
She flipped her hair before the hands on her chin too. Oh, that's when you know it's bad. I can't wait to see the body language like analysis video of this.
Right? There's going to be a language analysis of this debate.
Yeah, she didn't answer at all.
She was very just running around like typical politician with her answers this debate. She just kind of like would skirt around the answer and then like in the last 10 seconds would like say her real answer. Whereas
Pence definitely answered more questions.
He definitely did, but he does the same kind of thing. But the thing is like he's kind of like really sweet and like just nice about it. Like from the beginning, he always like says thank you and will like.
Doug says Pence said at the end, "Let the record show she didn't answer."
It's true. She really didn't answer that much. It's kind of it's interesting. Like I said, I'll probably watch this again just to really like kind of digest. Like who really answered the questions and who really didn't.
Okay, so let's take ourselves out of the perspective and the frame of being like commentators and political analysts, right?
Okay.
Let's just put yourself in the perspective and the frame of just an average American person.
Yep.
You tune in to watch the debate tonight. What are the issues that you care about? What are the issues that you actually want them to talk about? That if you're like, please, I want to hear him say something about X.
Yeah. I mean,
what's the first thing that comes to your mind?
Taxes for one. And I mean, he answered the question about taxes,
right?
There
was a question about taxes.
Yeah. And he said, like, if Americans that he answered the question really well. Like, we didn't raise taxes and people walked away with more money. So they want to raise taxes. And then she really couldn't answer that.
She got stumped by that
She got stumped by that because she knows that, like, her man wants to raise taxes. And not just on, like, those super wealthy, but also on just everybody else. Because, that's how it works.
I was trying to bait you because Josiah in chat says it's BS they didn't ask about Antifa or similar.
Oh, yeah.
Because I think a lot of the American people right now, what they care about is the rioting.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I care about the rioting for sure, but just...
And Pence was the only one that mentioned it.
Oh, of course, yeah.
Kamala didn't mention it at all.
Because those are the people that are paying her bills.
Well, yeah, we all know that, but that goes back to exactly what I was saying yesterday, or it was on the stream before that. But the Antifa people, the BLM, all the riots, that's the proxy for voter enthusiasm on the left.
Oh, yeah.
Because there are no public appearances or any public energy visible for anybody on the left.
All it is Antifa and BLM.
Except through the protests and the riots. So they have to let those images perpetuate in the media. And I think her response proves it. She didn't mention it. She didn't disavow it. She didn't anything.
She doesn't. She's just like Joe Biden.
That's got to be on the top 3 of everybody's issues in America right now.
She's just like Joe Biden. She does not believe that it's a real thing.
Yeah, no.
She believes it's a myth. Just like Jerry Nadler. Jerry Nadler said, like plain and openly, he said Antifa is a myth.
I know. I saw that. It was it Fleckus that asked him that?
Fleckus asked him that on Capitol Hill. He was like,
that still blows my mind.
What are your thoughts on Antifa? And Jerry Nadler looks at him and goes, that's a total myth.
Yeah.
And it's like, are you serious? Have you like heard about what's going on in Portland?
I've been thinking about that one.
That's not a myth.
I'm trying to figure out if they're actually genuine because there's a high probability that is genuine. Because they don't cover that at all on MSNBC. They don't cover it on CNN.
None of them.
They don't cover it on. They barely even cover it on Fox.
It's literally on independent journalists on YouTube is where you find all the Antifa coverage.
Exactly. The only way you see that is on YouTube, independent journalists
or like social media, Twitter, Instagram.
Yeah, you have to be there. So I think there actually is a possibility that they believe that actually is a myth.
Because they don't watch YouTube.
And they don't think that exists.
Well, because they don't freaking sit there and watch YouTube videos of Antifa riots like I do, because that's what I do. I watch Antifa like videos of.
They don't consume independent media.
They don't. They only consume what the MSM is putting out there, and so they believe it's a myth because that's what the MSM is saying.
The cynical part of me says that they're just saying that because that's the line, but in reality, they probably actually do believe that. They probably don't think that Antifa is a real thing because they don't see that.
Yeah, Fleckus is I love Fleckus. He's a He's a OG. I love him.
He is an OG. He's one of the reasons why I started doing the protest.
He's one of the reasons why I started kind of liking Trump, because like for this dude to like go into like a UCLA campus and be like, "Hey guys, Trump's not that bad," and like try to hand out flyers to people, I was just like, that is some beast level stuff right there.
He's got some gigantic cojones.
He does, and that's why I appreciate and love the crap out of him, because he's like willing to like put himself out there. Even now, like even though he's across the country in Florida right now, I'm just like, man, this guy's got some cojones on him. I love it. Like I love that dude. Like I've even commented on his Instagram stuff, and he's liked it and like all that stuff.
I met him a couple times.
You have?
Yeah.
Oh, you're so lucky.
He doesn't remember me though.
Oh, I'm sure he doesn't.
It's more one of those things like I see him interviewing somebody over there, but I can't talk to him because he's interviewing.
Yeah, I mean, just wait until he's done interviewing. That's what I did with Fog
City. I have to do my interviews too. But
that's what I had to do with Fog City Midge. Was
he was my competition.
He's your competition.
That's how capitalists do it. Like, oh,
you're just like, oh, that guy.
I gotta get more viewers than him. I gotta do better. I don't want to talk to him. I want to do a better interview.
Right? Oh, how dare he?
That's how we are. We're individualistic and we're competitive.
Yeah, I mean, but I get it. But at the same time, like that's what I had.
Tim Pool was in the back of one of my first video at UC Berkeley. Tim Pool walks behind me.
Yeah.
So
that's cool.
Actually, I met him in Portland as well.
Cool story, bro.
Cool story.
Story, bro.
Brandon Stewart says people are going to vote in this election based off of who they like or dislike. As a Dem, remove Trump from the equation. Why vote for Biden?
They can't answer.
There's not going to be any actual answers to that.
Fog City Midge actually just recently did a video where she like dressed up as a Biden supporter and like I think it was like in Houston, and like tried to go around and ask people like, "Are you a Biden supporter? If you are, can I like ask you why you support him?" And literally none of them could answer like with policy or anything like that. It was literally just like, we hate Trump so much that we're willing to vote for Biden.
Yeah.
And I've literally been seeing that across social media. People are like, you know, Biden's not our first choice, but it's better than Trump. And it's like, y'all need to like flip your mindset a little bit instead. Like instead of being like Biden, be like, maybe let's just give Trump another 4 more years and see what he does, and then like get somebody else instead in like 2024. Like they need to be really looking for 2024 instead of like right now. That's what the problem with the Dems. Like even the Republicans are getting good at like figuring out 2024.
Matthew Stoicism brings up a good point too. Nobody talked about pedophilia.
Oh yeah, they wouldn't bring that up because like nobody wants to watch that. Nobody wants to care about that. Even though it's like,
I think a lot of people do care.
Oh, I freaking care.
Trump's been going hard on it.
Well, that's why like I am an outlier in the LGBT community, because I'm like, no to all that stuff. Like I'm not about the drag queen story hour. I'm not about the pedophilia. Like supposedly there's like this law in California that's like supposed to like legalize pedophilia, but if you actually read it, it's not as bad as you might think. But we need to get more details on it, especially me, because like it's kind of just like very vague hogwash kind of shit, you know? So, and then the person who writes it, of course, is like this freaking like just super gay dude, like super gay.
Always, yeah.
And it's like you look at pictures of him like out in public with people, and you're just like, oh, he's one of those.
The Democrat platform is Trump bad, let the government take care of you.
Right? And no, I'm sorry, I don't want the government to take care of me. The government can't take care of nothing. They can't even take care of our roads.
No, yeah, that's really what it is. It's ironic because they complain about fascism all the time, which is the centralization of power in the government and control over private sector. But at the same time, they say, oh yeah, more power to the government. Any chance we can get more power to the government, we love that.
Let's give them the power.
Weird how that works.
But they don't even recognize that, like, we are the government, technically.
Later,
like,
True North.
What's up, True North? Have a good night. Be free. Have fun. Be merry.
Yeah, so...
They don't even recognize or realize that we are technically the government. The people that we elect are just supposed to represent us when it comes to, like, government stuff, like Congress and all that, and presidency and all that stuff.
In a healthy republic like this, I think you would care more about your local government than the president.
Oh yeah, you definitely should. But the thing is, they don't care. They don't care, period. Like the super far left, they like care about government, quote unquote, but they really don't. They really don't.
No, not really.
They really don't, because all they care about is like, oh, what color or what sex is the person being elected. Like that's really what they care about. But it's like,
which tribe do they belong to?
Yeah, which tribe do they belong to? And that's not fair. Like that's not fair. That's not a fair, like, why not just like leave it up to the republic to vote, and even if it's not the person that you wanted, just like accept the results. Just like we had
Somebody
to do
asked about pride parades.
pride parades.
How do you feel about pride parades?
I personally don't like pride.
Being a token.
I'm the token gay, and I'm like, I don't like prides. Pride. I've been to San Francisco Pride. Honestly, San Francisco Pride is so. I don't like it because honestly, it's really like it's a weird experience because you look to your left, and there's like
We'll be here when you get back, Brandon.
I mean, yeah, we'll have to go to Pride one of these days and
I
do.
was just responding to Brandon in chat.
But you look to your right, and there's this like beautiful like family of like seemingly mom, dad, kids, all that stuff, and then you look to your left, and then you look to your right, and then it's just like a dude with his wang out. And you're just like, oh, my parents would like.
See, I can't have an opinion on it because I'm a straight white male.
Oh, I know.
But you're allowed to have an opinion
And
on it.
then,
So I'm gonna let
like,
you
I'm
answer
over
that.
here just like as like somebody that was raised by like a normal family, and then I like look and I see like the dude with his wang out, and then there's another dude with his wang out, and then, you know, there's the amount of like wangs out in Pride in comparison to like boobs out is just not proportional. So if it was more boobs, less wang, I would be so for it. But it's just too much wang.
It's degenerate. Yeah, this guy said pride parades could be great if it was family friendly.
It was, but they're
that's the
not
thing.
family friendly.
It's not
but they
really-
still bring their kids
yeah.
around. That's what baffles me.
And wearing a horse head, yes.
Or there's like these people like in pup play, like just walking around, and it's like, then there's like a family, like two families that walk by with the kids in their strollers, and then there's like a dude with like puppy ears and like a gag ball, and it's like, like what is this? Like this is not what Pride was about.
Where's the nuclear family and wholesome values parade?
Right? Exactly. That's the straight Pride parade, but they shut
That's
that.
called 4th of July.
Yeah, that's 4th of July, and like the straight Pride parade that they hold in like I think it's like August. They had one in like.
They're trying to do a straight pride parade.
Oh yeah,
Right.
well they did one. So they did one in 2019 in Boston, and they had one here locally in Sacramento. Well, not Sacramento, but Modesto, and they had it this year as well. And Jesse Lee Peterson was actually the grand, what is it like not grandmaster? That's racist.
Grand Wizard. The Grand Cyclops.
He was the MC of the
headliner.
The headliner of the Straight Pride Parade in Modesto, California. And even then, they like tried to shut it down. And then the Straight Pride Parade in 2019 in Boston, freaking.
That's how you know they don't have good faith. If they would just let it happen.
Guess who was the MC of that one in Boston? Milo Yiannopoulos.
Oh,
Freaking gay as can be. And he's the MC of the Straight Pride Parade in Boston. And there was like literally tens of thousands of people protesting, and then like maybe like a few hundred people in the Pride Parade. So like that just goes to show you the propaganda and the manipulation that goes on in the gay community.
See, it'd be cool, it'd be totally fine if they just let that stuff happen, like the Straight Pride Parade.
Yeah, just
But
let it
then
happen.
The fact that they don't let it happen and they want to shut it down shows that they're not operating in good faith.
They're not operating in good faith. Like, they get mad when it's like 4 people show up to a gay pride parade and like protest that hold like the signs that say like burn in hell all the gays.
Oh, yeah,
They like
preacher
literally
people.
mob those people. It's like 4 people or maybe like 6 people at the most, and they mob those folk. And then when there's a straight pride parade, which allows like the people who aren't a part of the gay community or don't feel like I'm not really an ally and I want to have a day for myself, they freaking like mob it by tens of thousands in comparison to like maybe a few hundred. Like it's just such a, oh my God, it's such a catalyst reaction to like straight pride.
Yeah, no, it's...
I would go to a straight pride. I wanted to go to the straight pride parade this last year, but I didn't want to go by myself. Maybe we'll go next year. Me and you.
Maybe.
I'll go to the straight pride and support your straight pride.
Okay.
And then you go to the gay pride with me and like see all the degeneracy.
I've been to a couple.
Oh, I know you have.
I've actually been to quite a few, but I didn't end up making any videos out of it.
It's gonna be great if me and you go to gay pride together and be like, yeah, I got my gay friend here. You can't talk crap.
It's my gay card.
It's my token.
I got a token here.
I got my token gay.
Douglas Masters says Rand Paul tweeted this just a bit ago. Quote, "The deep state planted a bug on the VP. The illegal spying is really out of control."
Oh my goodness.
See, and that's one thing it's definitely a lot more fun to be on the right because they have sense of humor.
We do, yeah. I mean, they
And,
do. I'm like center right. I don't consider
I'm only
myself.
center right. I only wear Trump hats.
I only wear
MAGA
Trump
hats.
hats and like Trump gear and like
I
pro-life.
don't have any MAGA gear, but yeah,
I don't have any MAGA gear.
the left is all miserable all the time. It's so exhausting.
We got a good chat. We got a good chat flow. I love it. This is good. I love it.
MA says there's a real straight pride parade in some country like Hungary or Poland where they're probably super based. Poland is like, I heard a lot of good things about Poland. And I lost it.
Oh.
And it was huge with tons of normal people, non-ironically having straight pride. I can't find it.
Yeah, well, and like I've seen like footage of like the straight pride parade that they had in Boston, and it was literally like kids and like adults with their children holding signs that say like "Make normalcy great again," because that's really what the straight pride parade is about. It's about celebrating like men and women having children, creating families, and that's a beautiful thing. Like my gay ass wouldn't exist if it wasn't for straight love. That's why I would go to a straight pride parade. It's
true.
Because my gay ass wouldn't, like, my parents are straight as hell. Like, my mom, she's like, I love you to death. And she's like, but I don't get the whole lesbian thing. She's like, I love men. I love, like, all that stuff. And I'm like, okay, Mom, that's great. I just don't. But I would totally go to a straight pride event just to, like, stand up for straight love, even though I'm gay as hell. It's like straight love is the reason why gay exists.
Well, Dirk is bringing up exactly what you're trying to point out, is that nuclear family and the wholesome values doesn't exclude anyone who's gay.
Exactly.
They self-exclude themselves for the identity points.
All right, exactly. Exactly. Yeah, I'm a total outlier in the gay community. Like, in case y'all couldn't like comprehend and like understand that or see that from the very beginning.
That's why I had to get you on the podcast.
Right? Exactly.
The LGBT is out of the closet nowadays, and the regular people ran into the closet.
Right.
If you're not politically correct or something like that, then you're... So let me ask you this. Would it be more difficult and troublesome for you to come out as gay to someone, just an average person, or as a Trump supporter?
Oh, it would be harder to come out as a Trump supporter than it would to be coming out as a gay person.
I mean, you selectively, like, you're careful with how you wear your gear and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, I can't like really wear like my MAGA merch or like anything that has like any kind of like "Make America Great Again" on it. Like I have a lot of like, not a lot. I have a few pieces of like MAGA-ish or just like, you know, right-leaning pieces of merchandise that I've purchased over the last few years. But I don't wear it out in public on purpose because unfortunately the left is kind of unhinged and might verbally assault you or physically assault you depending on how crazy they are. Especially here since we're in Sacramento, California. There's a lot of crazy folk. But then like it's crazy because I meet people who are like me that are kind of like, they're not LGBT, but they're like, you know, brown folk or Asian folk, and then they come out as total Trump supporters, and I'm just like,
word folk.
You hate folk?
That word's been co-opted.
I like saying folk.
So yeah, it's so bad. It used to be cool, and then all leftists started saying.
Oh, I know they say folk too,
White folks.
and that's why I try to like say it. Like I try to use it and like
trying to take it back.
Trying to take it back, exactly. And I see a lot more of those people on like the Trump side nowadays, but they're closeted like me. Like the other day, like last night when I took an Uber home, and my Uber driver, he's a black dude. And I asked him, I was like, dude, are you voting for Trump in November? He's like, absolutely. And I was like, oh my God, God bless you. Like, he's like, yeah, we need like rational freaking people to like come out and like be like, I support the president, even if like he's not the best or he's not like perfect. Because with Obama, they were like expecting perfection. And then when we got Trump, they were just like, oh my God, how dare them?
Normalcy is white supremacy.
Yeah, I mean, that's really what it is. It's like if you're normal or just have like just the ideas of just like the nuclear-esque family, you're just like you're a terrible person. Like I can't tell you how hard it is for me to date as a lesbian, because I'll tell the girls that I'm dating or I'm talking to that like when I decide to have children, I don't want like just a random sperm donor. I actually like want the dad to be involved, because like, I think it's important for their kids to know both their parents and not just be like, oh, he was a friend, and like call him uncle and like give him the title of uncle or some weird shit. It's like, no, that's your dad. It's important. And especially if your kid's going to be raised with two moms and the kids are going to be like, who's your dad? The kid can be like, that's my dad.
I've never really heard that before.
I know, it's a rarity. And let me tell you, some of the girls I talk to, they're
it's
just...
almost like you're an individual.
I am. I'm
Weird.
so individualistic. The girls I
Interesting.
talk to, they're just like, well, that would just be like best
I'm
case
so used to
scenario.
everyone being just carbon copies of each other. Like you put them in a Xerox machine.
Yeah,
and you
like
just
all
say,
the lesbians just want like a sperm donor
then
and
you
don't want
spit
anything to
out,
do with the dude.
And they just get spit out.
Right? And I'm not like that because I was raised with my dad and I know the importance of like having a male role model and having like a good, strong father in your life, not just some like Joe Schmo, you know? That's important, especially as a young lady or as a young man. Like you need to have your mother and your father. And if you have two moms and a dad and an extra mom, like that's even cooler. It's an even more unique story.
I'm sure we'll cover all
We'll
the nuances of your lesbianism.
Oh, I know,
and
my
LGBT
lesbianism
stuff.
and all my weirdness.
Emma really likes your story though, and she definitely appreciates the fact that you're also an individual.
Yeah, that's awesome.
I think
Emily.
Iron Duke summarizes it best, and I think we can end it on this note. Do you want to read his comment there?
Pence utterly crushed her. He pretty much
I
did.
think that's an objective
I
statement.
mean, yeah, I mean,
I just can't wait to see the mental gymnastics of how the people on the left are going to defend
especially on social media.
and not say that she got destroyed.
Yeah, social medias for the next few days is going to be interesting.
I can't wait to jump on and see what everyone's saying right now.
I know, right? Get on my phone and get on Instagram and see what's up. Well, I
And
know
with
you're
that-
on the Twitter, not on the
I
Instagram.
don't do the Instagram yet,
But
but
you'll get on your leftist like anonymous
yes, my
account and
anonymous
see what they're
Twitter
saying.
account.
And see what they're saying.
Exactly.
And I'll get on the right and see what they're saying.
Here we go.
There we go. This is what we need, the two perspectives. Not only male and female, but right and left.
There you go.
There we go. Intersectionality at its finest.
And that's why you guys joined us. And you can join us again Thursday or Friday. We have yet to figure that out. But we'll be back
Are we
again.
going to say, let's plan it right now. How about Friday? Would that work for you?
Sure. Yeah, let's do Friday.
Friday? Okay.
Friday.
Friday after 7?
Friday, 7 p.m.
Okay.
PST. You heard it right there.
There we go.
We'll be
Planned out.
back.
We'll be back.
Friday, 7 p.m. PST. Get back here for the weekly narrative
Do you want to see me
Friday edition.
and him? Mostly me, but mostly him too.
We hope you guys enjoyed the debate as much as we did because it was a great time. And yeah, thanks for all of your super chats. We really appreciate those for sure.
Always appreciate it.
I'm sure we'll see you guys next
Yeah.
time. I said team because Brandon said let's go team as soon as I said that and I read it and my brain replaced the word time with team. Thanks,
I
bro.
do that all the time.
We'll see you next time. We're out of here for the night. That
Have a
was
good night,
VP debate.
everybody.
We'll
Sleep.
see you
get
next
good.
time.
Get good sleep. Drink water. All the good stuff.
Hydrate.